Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Talk, episode 74. As always, joined alongside my beautiful and intelligent and just stunning co-hosts, Cam,
Glazing.
Seth, and Tyler. I love glazing the homies at 8:15 in the morning.
That's all right.
We got a packed episode for you today. We got a lot going on. Obviously, we're going to go through our, normal, guys being dudes banter discussion on how our week was, what we've been watching. We're going to be reviewing Lisa Frankenstein, which I think is actually just me reviewing Lisa Frankenstein, so it'll be a pretty quick review. Seth and I got a chance to watch Dune in IMAX. So good that it made Seth bump up his rating to a 5-star. He has seen the light.
Spoiler.
So we'll talk about that experience. We're also going to be unveiling our brand new ReelTok Collection. So admittedly, we did not keep up with it as well as we would have liked over the last year. So we figured instead of updating it, we're just going to kind of start from scratch. So we will go through all of that. We also have a bunch of trailers that dropped this week, a couple bit of news, some Oscars news, and then, as always, we're going to end off with a fun little draft. So let's get into this episode. I hope everyone listening has had a fantastic weekend. I hope you guys are ready to kick some ass this week. I'm sure everyone's still coming down from the high of the Super Bowl yesterday. We haven't seen it yet during this recording, so
very good job to the winning team.
Congratulations, Taylor Swift, on your engagement. Big news.
That would be fucking crazy. Cam, we'll start with you. How was your week?
Just a hell of a week, man. Just a long week. More so weekend. The week was fine. Nothing really went on during the week, except like during the week is when so we'll start with heating problems. Now my house won't heat, so the furnace is all fucked up. So yeah, I'm doing this in a 60-degree house, which isn't horrible. Don't get me wrong. It's not the worst thing ever, but it's like 60 in here right now. We got the fire going. I got 2 space heaters. The space heaters were bought when my water pipes froze, so glad we have those. But earlier in the week, there was a wheel in the furnace that basically spins the driver or something. I don't fully know. And you just had to you had to basically give it a kickstart. So if I started spinning the wheel, it would just basically take off. And that's what the issue was originally. So we weren't having issues like throughout the week. It was, if it went out, I could just restart it. It'd be fine. But now it's not restarting. So got to call someone. Heat's out. Just kind of annoyed. Emma and Bailey went to mother-in-law's today, her mom. So I appreciate her heading out for that, just because like I have anxiety if they're here and it's cold, I'll like worry about that. So I'm glad they're going to some warmth. And then
Did you call your sister for these problems?
No. I love my sister dearly, but she just, don't rent from your sister. Like it's I'll figure it out and then and she won't watch this. I love her dearly and I appreciate her renting this house and it's a very nice house and all that. But like it's my problem and then we'll just pay her back or she'll pay us back or whatever. Like if we like I have to call a heater guy or a furnace guy today. So I'll probably, if I go blank on camera, probably during the Lisa Frankenstein review, I'll be calling a furnace guy. And then yesterday we were supposed to record the pod, but I was up so I started at 11:30. My dog, I have one good dog and one bad dog. That is
a horrible thing to say.
That's crazy.
I love Echo dearly. He's just a little shit sometimes. He runs away. He is potty trained, but sometimes he decides he's not potty trained. Just things like that. I love him dearly, but he's killing me sometimes. Izzy is a very good dog. She never does anything wrong. Perfect dog. At like 11:30. So we went to bed at like 8. Early night on Friday night. And I was really pumped about that. At 11:30, woke up to the smell of shit. Like it was horrible. It was just absolutely disgusting. So Izzy shit everywhere in our like hallway and stuff. Luckily on hardwood. Disgusting. Cleaned all that up. And I'm like, what's going on? Are you okay? But she seemed fine. So she went back to bed, woke up again at like 1, same thing. This time just me waking up, and then I couldn't go back to bed. And you would think like I should put her in a crate or something. We don't have a crate for her. She's perfect. She doesn't need one. Like she stays out all the time. I don't know. We don't have a crate for her, or we do, and it's put away. It's not built or anything anymore. So like she gets back in bed again. She's like acting fine. And then just keeps shitting through the night, like 3 or 4 times. But I couldn't sleep just because I was woken at 1 and then woken at like 1:30 again, and I just couldn't sleep. And then eventually at like 4 she stopped, so she's good then. But then when in the morning when we all woke up, she left the room and we followed her, and then there was blood in her stool and all, just a bummer. So we took her to vet. They think she's fine. Hopefully is. She got like a shot to make her not shit, which is great, which is odd. So like 24 to 48 hours of just constipation. That must be tough for her. But yeah, it's been a long weekend. It feels like.
How are they going to find out what was wrong with Izzy though?
Well, they did it like, you know how you bring in a bag of crap and they do all their tests. They did all those tests and those all came back negative. And then they did a body exam, like she wasn't tender anywhere. So hopefully she's okay. This is gonna be gross. I'm hoping like she was just shitting so much she got cut or something. I don't know, and then that's what the bleeding was.
Jesus.
Come on. I'm so sorry to the podcast.
So if it was Echo, you would have just waited it out, be like, let's see. I think probably fine, but Izzy vet immediately.
Yeah, Izzy we worry about. Izzy's got to go to the vet. But she got medicine for it. So like kind of hoping after this 24, 48 hour time frame is up, there's no blood in the crap, blood in the water, as sharks would say. I don't know. I'm just yapping at this point, but it's been a long weekend, man. I'm happy to do this pod. We get to see Tyler this week.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
We get to watch This Is Me Now together.
Yeah, you're kind of crazy for that. That's
you got to relax.
So I'll arrive at 10 p.m. your time. That's 1 a.m. my time. I don't know if I'm going to be amped.
That's when it drops. No, the only reason I was joking about that is because like you come on a Thursday, which is normally when like movies release, but this is Valentine's Day weekend, so all like the movie theater releases come out on like Wednesday this week. So like wouldn't be like the premiere day.
Oh shit! I'm missing Madam Web review next week.
Dude, Madam Web is playing on the IMAX screen.
Yeah. What else would be playing right now?
I don't know. Not Madam Web.
Dune.
Lisa Frankenstein.
Dune.
More Dune screenings. Put more Dune in.
Honestly. But Zach Edey hit a 3 last night. Go Boilers. IU sucks. Go Hoops. Go Hoops. That's all for me.
Super Bowl prediction?
Yes.
Score too. Just give a final score and who wins.
49ers 26-23. 49ers win. I don't know if they will, but that's who I want to win.
Yeah.
Last week I was 2 for 2, right? 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks
ago, yeah.
I think Tyler
we all went 2 for 2.
Yeah.
All 3 of us.
Yeah. Easy.
We got it like that. I went to the office yesterday or on Friday, and I was leaving and I went down the elevator and there was like there was 3 guys probably around our age, and one of the guys goes to the other guy, he's like, yeah, you want the Chiefs to win, right? And the guy's like, yeah, I've just been a massive Chiefs fan my entire life. And this other guy goes, oh, how does it feel to know the entire world is rooting against you, you fucking pussy?
Yeah.
I had my headphones in. I started cracking up.
I have never been on the receiving end of a good team, so I envy that Chiefs fan. Listen,
one day your Boilers will be in the March Madness finals.
We'll see.
Yeah, and we will be rooting for
I'll
them.
be there, Tyler. I'm coming up when this year when we make the Final Four in Arizona, I will be at your house again.
Oh, it's in Arizona this year.
It's in Arizona. Yeah. Okay. So
sounds good.
Put it on the itinerary.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll save the room for
6th,
you.
7th.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't know it was in Arizona. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, my
Tyler,
week has been a long week. Pretty shitty as well. I've been sick, so I was gone from Monday through Wednesday night / Thursday morning because my flight got delayed. But I was in Well, I flew into Charlotte, North Carolina. So of our American listeners, I think I saw one of you in the Discord say you live in Charlotte, but just flew in there and then drove down to Augusta, Georgia, which is where the Masters are played, which is like the biggest golf tournament. I was going to say in America, but definitely the world. The Masters definitely like the world's biggest golf tournament. But the town itself, not great. The 1 mile surrounding the course, phenomenal. Everything else there, pretty meh. So was there for a few days for a work conference, watched a couple trainings that were like almost an hour long each. So they weren't able to be logged on Letterboxd. I was disappointed. Some of them had like actors that were like in other things, like notable things, but none of them were on Letterboxd. So disappointed about that one. But yeah, it was a long work conference. Learned about like groupthink and all kinds of dumb things like that. And all kinds of just stupid team dynamics, but it was whatever, got a little bit out of it. Fun, free flight. And then my flight home got delayed. It was already supposed to get home at like 11:30 p.m., but it got delayed for no reason. I think, California, people on the West Coast in America will know that like California's been like flooding this week. Arizona, like if you've been watching the Waste Management Open, the golf tournament going on there, like it's been delayed a ton due to rain. So getting an abnormal amount of rain Southwest right now. So my flight got delayed, got home at like 1 a.m., which then driving home from the airport, didn't get home till like 2:30, and then work in the morning. So just lack of sleep, and then been sick ever since. So I got sick like Wednesday, probably from traveling or something, or lack of sleep. I don't know, but haven't been sick in a while, but it's no fun. I'm feeling better today. So I'm on like the upswing, but still, don't have a ton of voice and coughing and snotty, all that kind of stuff. But
I was just about to say, you sound good.
Yeah, yesterday I was starting to feel a little better. Today I'm feeling decent, but it's super early in the morning, hard to tell. This podcast might take a decent chunk out of me, but have a friend staying with me. Him and his girlfriend are here. They kind of did like a little Arizona road trip, went to Sedona, so they're right over that wall right now sleeping. And then we're all going to go up to my other buddy's house for the Super Bowl. Potentially, we'll see what we do for the Super Bowl, but yeah, obviously a fun day ahead with podcasts and Super Bowl, and then yeah, good stuff. And then we keep on rolling. And then, like Cam said, I see him on Thursday. So been a pretty crappy week, but I get to see Cameron this week, so I'm excited.
I'm jealous. I need to come out. I need to see Cam because I've seen the two of you.
Yeah, no one's collected all three podcast co-hosts because you've
quite
seen.
Hard. It's quite hard to do so, isn't it? Let's be fair.
Because I'll have met George and Cam. George will have met Seth and me, and Cam will have only met me. And Seth will have only met George. Yeah. So yeah, we still haven't. We've only had two people collect two, and then no one's collected all three. So we'll see who's the first one to cross that off.
It's crazy that I checked off Seth before Cam.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Echo pissed in my house. Dog's dead to me.
This dog is your fucking Achilles heel.
Bro's gonna make some smoked Echo for the game today.
That's fucked. Tyler, if I were able to log like all of those trainings that work makes me do, I'd have another 200 movies on Letterboxd.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, it's one every 2 weeks. It's the most infuriating thing. And when I got hired, like 10 months ago, that was the first thing my boss told me. He's like, dude, just doesn't matter. I've been at this. He was like, I've been at this company for 15 years, and they still make me do one of these every like 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm like, this is absurd because it takes like an hour out of your day.
Right.
Yeah. Seth, how you doing, dude?
I'm tired. Long week because obviously I was ill the week before. So was I on last week? I was on last week, wasn't I?
Yeah, I was off last week.
Yes.
Yeah. So just getting back to it. A lot of work this week. Kind of just getting everything done I needed to the week before. So very, very busy. Slept terribly last night. Awfully. Just a tiring week. Got a lot to do this week as well. Not great. Just a boring week, all things considered. That's all.
Wow, none of us had good weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, I did meet an old school friend actually that I hadn't seen. I think I texted you guys that I hadn't seen. So I was like,
saw Zone of Interest together, right?
Yeah. So it's weird actually. So I saw this guy who liked one of my reviews on Letterboxd. You know when you look at someone's picture and you're like, I know you, but I hadn't seen this guy since I was like genuinely 16. I'd known him since I was like 7. So basically got messaged to him, and he turns out he's a massive film fan, and he still lives here in Sheffield. So we just went to see Zone of Interest again. It's just nice, like went for a drink after speaking about film, stuff like that. I don't really have any friends that are like big into film. So it's quite nice. Kind of why I started TikTok to begin with, because no one really around me is like that, I guess. So yeah, that was nice. But everything else in the week was pretty standard. Went to see Dune, which obviously I think we'll touch on anyway. What we've been watching. Went to see that with Anna. Great experience. And yeah, very excited for the second one.
I was
think
gonna say,
Anna gave Dune a 4-star or 4.5, maybe, which is like the highest praise. She's harsher than Owen when it comes to rating movies.
She's harsh on sci-fi, I think specifically. So we watched it together, like whenever I first watched it, like a year ago, whenever it was. Probably just under. I think she gave it a 4 then. And then she was like, she came out the other day. She was like, that was fucking. Like, she gave it 4.5, which a 4.5 for Anna is like that's high, you know.
Yeah,
like we watched some shit. Like Goodfellas 2, Thief 2, Some Like It Hot 3, and it's like, come on, man. And then yeah, Dune, she very much enjoyed. But yeah, really good time.
What would Anna give Persona?
I think
that got to be a low rating.
I think she would give most Bergmans a 1. But I think Persona would be the strongest chance of at least like a 2.5.
Okay.
But I think that's the highest you're going to get with it. I think she'd be pretty low on most Bergman, I imagine. Very low.
She needs to watch every movie going forward in IMAX. That's the solution.
It's a bit of a trek from us. That's why we don't like. I don't go often there, because the nearest one's a bit far away, and but it does make a massive difference, you know, especially with like Dune. I think it's just built for IMAX, really, isn't it? So
built different.
Yeah.
My week was fine. I mean, not to flex on you guys, but I didn't have that bad of a week like you guys.
Nice. Jealous.
You've earned that. I've definitely earned that.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, I'm back in the office, which is awesome. I'm busier and busier every day at work, which is awesome. Got to the movies twice this week. Awesome. Obviously, one of them being Dune and IMAX, which is great. Yesterday it was beautiful in the city, probably like touched 60 degrees, which is the warmest it's been here in months. So Victoria and I were out a lot, walking around, doing some shopping, just getting exercise in, just not being locked in the apartment. So good. I mean, nothing like crazy, you know, there's nothing amazing about my week, but just a fairly standard week, nothing to complain about. But we'll move on. I know personally.
Real quick, I have another story that mostly I just want to tell you guys. So it's more conversation. So when you guys have kids, here's how you can learn a little bit better parenting.
I'm not having kids.
If you have kids, whatever. If you don't, that's fine. But yesterday, so George, you mentioned it was like 60 in the city. It's kind of been like that here. Like it got up to 62, I think was the high one day. So hell yeah.
Is that high? What's 62?
In Celsius is probably
89. 16? 89.
I went the wrong way.
Wrong way.
You would die instantly.
Yeah, that's on me.
That's pretty warm, actually, to be fair. That's probably about what's been like here, actually, last week or so.
Yeah.
It's pretty warm. It's all right.
Yeah, no, it's like a comfortable weather, especially.
Yeah. It's not like a freezing.
So Emma had to let out a dog. Who she lets out a dog every once in a while for a family. Big Purdue family. So they went to the Purdue IU game. So they were gone most of the day. So she let out a dog for them, right? So she drops us off at a park that's right by their house, just to hang out while she went and let the dog out 10 minutes, whatever. It's not too cold, so we could play at the park for 10 minutes and then leave. There's this woman sitting in her car while her 5-year-old and her 2-year-old are playing on the park. 5-year-old told me his age. Like when they're 5, they really want you to know their age. So he told me his age. I'm guessing on the other guy, but the other guy was like a little bit older than Bailey. And she's sitting in her car in the parking lot, like 40 feet away, whatever you want to call it. Just not paying attention to her kids, and her kids are playing on the park. And then I'm watching Bailey because he's 1.5, like needs supervision, just like a 2-year-old does, and a 5-year-old, to be honest, because the 5-year-old just kept talking to me, which is fine. You know, that's not a problem. But Bailey likes to climb up the stairs, go down the small slide. The little kid, the 2-year-old, he also wanted to go down the slide after he saw Bailey do it, which is fine. But then he gets up to the top. He's a little scared. He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, hey, you don't have to go down the slide. You can go down the stairs. But also, this isn't my kid. This is not my fucking responsibility. I don't care if your kid rolls down this goddamn slide and busts a leg or something. Like, yeah, that'd be a bummer, but it's not my kid. I've never met this child in my life. I don't know this thing. I have never seen, and like, I'm not going to touch a kid. Like, I'm not going to go anywhere near another kid just like, cause I'm not dealing with any parent freaking out that I hit a kid, or I don't know. I'm staying away. I'm keeping my ground from kids. I have a very, like, I'm staying away. Then he starts freaking out that he can't get up. Like, there's a bigger part of the park. He starts like almost crying. He never actually started crying, but he starts like almost like, I don't, and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm not helping you up this playground, because like, what if you get hurt? It's not going to be my responsibility. But this fucking mom's sitting in her car, not like on her phone this whole time. And then another car pulls up. That kid runs after the car that's pulling up to go see like the other kid that's going to show. And I'm like, you damn near he didn't really like almost get hit by this car, but the car is moving and he's running towards it. Like, watch your fucking children. All right. So if you guys ever are in a situation where you go to a park and sit in your car, I'll personally fly out and punch you in your face, because this was the most infuriating thing. Like, I'm not. And then the 5-year-old came and like picked up Bailey to put him on a thing. And I'm like, whoa, put my kid down. Like, what are you doing? And he's like, wow, he's heavy. I'm like, yeah, you're 5. He's a 1.5-year-old. Get away from my kid. Like, what are you doing right now? Oh, it was the most like infuriating thing, man. Jesus. Whenever you guys have kids,
I would have just packed it up and just been like, we
were waiting for Emma to get back. Like we were just waiting for her to get back. And I'm like, I'm watching these kids basically. I'm like, this is not my responsibility in any way. I have to deal with my own kid right now. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. You deal with yours. So I've noticed as like a parent, people just don't watch their kids and will just like hang out and let them do whatever, which is fine. But also, I'm not going to watch your damn kid. Mm-hmm. So especially if I don't know you, I'm not filling in as the parenting role in this situation. Like, if this kid goes stumbling down. Also, there was like 12-year-olds, and it's a big steep hill, and they were on their bikes going down this big steep hill, like behind the park. One guy wiped out, like just absolutely ate shit at the bottom of the hill. And I was like, oh, this is not my problem, man. I'm so sorry. He's crying at the bottom of the hill, and his friends are like, are you all right? He's like, yeah, fine. I was like, okay, that's good enough for me. I'm not dealing with this, man. And maybe that makes me sound bad, but like, the world is weird, man. If I walk up to a kid and try to help them, they're like, why are you touching my kid? Then I'm like, I'm not going anywhere near.
I was going to say, how did you like start a conversation with a 5-year-old?
I didn't, man. The 5-year-olds, they all 5-year-olds are great. My niece is 6. Like, it's a fantastic age. But
isn't that the worst age?
Yeah, I mean, like, they want to talk and talk and talk, which is, again, fine. Express yourself, be a happy child. I want them to be happy. But also, again, I'm watching my own kid. Why'd you pick up my kid? Like, these things are just like he was like, I'll help him on this toy, because like Bailey can't get on anything yet. Like, he can't get on like the small like rockers. You know, he's not that old, but he can like stand next to it and rock it, and he likes doing that. And this kid was like, oh, I'll help him on, and runs to him and picks him up and tries putting him on this rocker. I'm like, oh, put him down. Like, oh my God, man. I forgot about that, and I just wanted to spew.
That's a crazy dad story right there.
Yeah. And then like, as soon as Emma drove up, we were out. Like, me and Bailey are gone.
And then I guess you started the rant in the car to her.
Yes, exact conversation. But Emma really understands it. She is also in the boat of like, other parents just don't watch their damn kids, and it's so annoying. But yeah, like, the woman still sitting in her car, doesn't give a shit. These kids could fall off. It's, again, a 2-year-old. This thing could fall off this swing set so quickly. Mm-hmm. And just, I don't know. I don't get it. It was so frustrating. I'm like, leave me alone, kids.
Maybe you should try leaving Bailey in the park while you sit in your. Maybe it's like therapeutic.
I know. Honestly, they're smarter than me, because like they're smarter than me because they got free labor out of me.
Yeah, you're the sucker.
I know.
Babysitting other children.
I know. Watch your damn kids. That's all I ask people. If you're a parent listening to this, watch your damn kids. That's all I
All
have.
right, let's move on to what we've been watching. We kind of got a little competition going on film Twitter. Everyone's been posting like how many watches they're at this year, because I think we on Real Talk posted which one of us is going to end the year with the most watches. So Cam is at 47 watches,
which is a lot for Cam. He has kids,
which is a good chunk for Cam.
Yeah.
Tyler is at 70. I myself am at.
You're
80.
fucking smashing it.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm at. Yeah, but you're ahead of me. I'm at 83.
am I? I don't think
you're
I
at,
am.
oh no, you're at 77. Yeah, I'm.
Okay.
Yeah, I the days I work from home, I've been pounding out 4 or 5 watches a day.
Yeah, same. To be fair,
I'm picking like hour and 20-minute shitty horror movie.
I mean, you've been watching some fucking rubbish, honestly.
I've been watching some trash, but I've also been watching some good stuff lately. Also,
Balanced.
you'll be proud of me. Hold on, here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. 7 of my last 9 watches were first watches. I haven't been rewatching stuff.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
I have not been rewatching all that many things. Seth, what have you been watching this week?
When did I last speak to you? I'm trying to think. Watched a couple of Maliks this week. I know you watched Tree of Life.
I finally watched Tree of Life.
Yeah. I watched The New World, which is probably my favorite so far. It's like a classic kind of Pocahontas story. It's got a really good cast. It's got like Colin Farrell, Christian Bale, David Willis. Like amazing film. Loved it. Watched Zone of Interest again in cinemas, which was great. Watched Carrie. Don't know why I watched it. The remake, the one with Chloe Moretz. Yeah, Moretz.
Chloe Grace Moretz, I believe.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, not good. Watched a couple of films by Kiyoshi Kurosawa. After I watched Cure like a few weeks ago, which was fucking blew my mind. Amazing. We watched it 2 days in a row actually. Watched Godzilla King of the Monsters. Didn't like that one at all, to be honest. Really didn't like that.
King of the Monsters is better than the first.
I really didn't like that. I can't remember
like
the first.
wine.
I've seen the first. I can't really remember what I thought about it, to be honest. Like, it's been a while. Watched Lost Highway, which is a good film. Don't know if you guys have ever seen it.
Haven't heard of it.
Probably watched.
What is that?
Is that David Lynch mid movie?
David Mid Lynch. And then watched the other Malik I watched was called Song to Song. I was told to tell you not to watch it, George, because I think you hated Knight of Cups, which I haven't seen.
Night of Cups is ass, though.
That movie sucked.
That's bad, man.
Well, I liked it. So this one
was a bad movie.
The cast in these, it's kind of crazy. I had like Ryan Gosling, Michael Fassbender, Natalie Portman, Kate Blanchett. Like, it was fucking crazy. I really liked it. I'm not going to watch Night of Cups. I'm going to save Night of Cups till last, and we'll make our mind up from there. And then I also watched Dune, which, as George said, moved up to a 5. Loved it. So good. Really just fucking crazy excited for Dune 2. And it really is, like, because obviously when I only watched it the first time, it was in May. I just checked now, and it really just make a massive difference watching it on the big screen, especially in IMAX. It just fucking blew me away. I think that taking an adaptation like that is just such a tough ask, and like Denis managed to just immerse you in this world, and there's so much to introduce you to. Like, Dune is such a fucking lore-filled. Do you know what I mean? It's so much
definitely
to
needs the multiple movies, especially after
the
first.
Cameron, you obviously just seen the first. Did you? I was going to ask you this in your thing, but I'm going to did you like the shields in it? I always find it really funny.
Wait, are you talking the hazmat suits that they have?
When he's fighting like Josh Brolin. Well, not Josh Brolin. Patrick Stewart in that. Yeah.
Which, by the way, Patrick Stewart has looked the same age forever.
Yeah, it is crazy. That was in the 80s.
Yeah,
that was in the 80s as well.
Yeah, he was like 42-ish, around there when.
Yeah, he looks the same. He looks the same.
Looks
it's weird.
The same. Still bald. Still the same guy.
Yeah. I think he just managed to, like, for me, that's like his number one. I mean, it was his number one for a while for me, actually, since I watched it, but I think it's so fucking good. Like, I think this could be like, Well, so there's going to be 3 films, isn't there? Well, there's going to be a few, isn't there? But
I
like
don't think
sure
Messiah has
yeah.
been confirmed.
this, he kind of wants to do Messiah, and I think this one's going to do really well. I think they probably will end up doing it. So let's say there's going to be 3.
Better than Oppenheimer.
I think this could be like a future Lord of the Rings-esque kind of thing. Like this is for me, like this is fantasy at its absolute finest, dependent on how the other films go. But I think they've really locked this down to the point where I'm just, I don't know, Matt. I think Dune is going to be like that. You know what I mean? Like that sort of level. Like this generation's fantasy trilogy, you know? Like people grow up with in 10 years time or 20 years time, whatever. But yeah.
It's the Spider-Verse trilogy.
I was about to say we have 2 potential like top 5 trilogies of all time in the works right now.
Or the Spider-Verse ones, definitely. But yeah, loved it. It's kind of that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Good week.
Cam, assuming you didn't watch that much over the weekend.
Not really. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying not to have any more weeks where I only like watch like one movie. Because I definitely had those last year, which is fine. But so I'm actually at 25 25 first watches, 26 rewatches. So I'm going like back and forth, just like one after the other. I'll go rewatch.
Are you cognitively doing that, or is it just happening?
No, I just kind of looked because I was like, I feel like I've been pretty good about not rewatch, because I love rewatching a movie, especially when I don't have time and I'm just throwing something on like in the background. If I'm like doing dishes or something, it'll most likely be a rewatch. But yeah, 25 and 26, and I've obviously seen 51 movies, so right there. New watches this week: Dune from 1984.
Fucking you watched the 2 like worst Lynch introduction films.
Would you do that?
Well, I watched it just first off just to see it because of Dune 2. And then I did watch another Lynch. I watched Eraserhead. So I'll try to watch some more Lynch.
I can't believe you rated it positive.
I didn't hate Eraserhead.
You said sorry to me, and I was like, I saw 3.5,
I thought you'd be mad. It's a very low 3.5, so it's teetering 3.
Yeah, but it's a positive rating. I thought you'd give Eraserhead like a 1. Honestly, I think you'd hate it.
Very unique movie, and I think I read maybe Tyler's review or something like after I watched it. And I said the same thing of needs a rewatch, but in my opinion, I'll like never rewatch it. Like don't care to rewatch it.
Wait, Tyler, what did you give it?
I can't remember. Let me see.
I don't know. Tyler did say he would never watch it again. I
was like, I don't remember saying that.
Why do I not remember Tyler watching it?
It was
a real quick review.
Oh,
I give it a 4.
It was,
shit! Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we did do it real quick. Yeah, I completely forgot that.
Definitely very clearly like handling the traumas of being a father and the worriness of like becoming a father, all that. But just, is an experimental, odd movie. Thought for the first like 5 minutes, thought I had my sound off. No, they just weren't talking. TikTok has ruined my brain and just turned my brain into mush. So I can't appreciate it as much, but I didn't hate it. 10 things.
Can you watch Blue Velvet next, please?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
I watched 10 Things I Hate About You. That was like the most popular movie I haven't watched yet, so I figured why not check it off the list. Good movie. I enjoyed it. I watched Soul, moved that up to 100 out of 100 because I love it dearly. I'm trying to like rewatch movies I really love and see if
I feel you casually skated by that fact.
I'm trying to like
big.
I said last week I'm trying to get to 10. So I was rewatching like movies I love. So I rewatched The Big Short. I don't want to bring that one up to 100 out of 100. I do think there are some issues with that. So
I love that. I'm picturing you as just like a casting agent. Like you're rewatching your favorite movies. You're like, all right, are you making the cut for the 100 out of 100?
Exactly.
Big Short. You're like,
what I'm doing right now.
Not quite.
I love The Big Short dearly. But I definitely can see why people don't like it. / like I see there are some issues with it. Magnolia is our Patreon review of the week. Got to watch that while Izzy was having her shit fest because I was up for 3 hours. So honestly, we should be thankful. Echo just took something. Relax, dude.
Wait, yeah, Cam, why did you rewatch Soul? Isn't it why wouldn't you just wait for it to?
Oh yeah,
cinema. I don't know if I'll be able to go see it in theaters. Just like I don't have a ton of time. I don't get a ton of theater time. But also Bailey and I were hanging out. and so like it's an easy one that kind of keeps his attention. It was a night Emma was doing something, so I like had free time, like just to throw anything I wanted on, but also I had to keep Bailey's attention a little bit, so I threw Soul on. I did rewatch regular Dune, 2021 Dune, and that shit is gas.
I gotta send it to you. It's actually a really like cool watch. There's these like visual effects like artists who have a YouTube channel, and one of their episodes they compared scenes from the original Lynch Dune to Denis Dune, and it's
I've seen that on like like clips of that on Twitter or something.
Yeah,
the
send that to me. I'd be interested.
Yeah, like they compare like the shield, they compare like the space travel, they compare everything, and it's like it's if you think David Lynch's Dune is like funny on its own, it looks even funnier when you put it side by side to Denis Dune.
Yeah,
that was like studio fucking hell.
But yeah, I ruined Dune Part. I've never read.
Why the fuck would you watch it?
I know. Well, I wanted to prepare. In all honesty, I didn't know it was the full story. I didn't know if he just never got an option to make. I didn't know if he like never got an option to make Dune Part 2. Like I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about the. Yeah. Okay. All right. All these Davids complaining that the studio.
It is weird when you texted this because it is a lot of Davids.
Yeah, it's a lot of Davids
and a lot of M Nights apparently for George. Just like
and M Night fans always be complaining about studio interference. Like, no, dude, just makes bad movies.
I just wanted to watch it to be prepared for Dune.
But didn't that just spoil it for?
Yeah, it kind of did. I knew like there's obviously a big thing that will happen in Dune Part 2. I'm not gonna say it. There's obviously like a big storyline where this is leading. I knew the overarching like ending of Dune. I just didn't know any of like the small pieces of it by any means.
Lynch's Dune is coming back to theaters for like a week.
Why?
Yeah.
Why Phantom Menace? What the fuck
I
do you
thought
mean?
the same. Yeah, I saw the
like
ad
Star
for
Wars.
it.
People don't care for Dune. 1984.
Honestly, you'd be surprised. Dune has like this weird.
Maybe for the
a lot of people actually like Lynch's Dune. I'm not really too sure as to why. I mean, it's a very weird film. It is crazy as well, Cam. Like you said, you know how they stuff the whole film into like less time than the first Dune.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's like 2 hours and 15 minutes, and they have the whole Dune story.
Yeah, there are
studios fucked that.
There
it's
are like
crazy.
points because again, I haven't read the book, so I'll like be looking for something that was in like the 2021 movie, and I'm like, wait, where is that? And then it's because they have to cut
just
so much.
Skip right past it. It's like the opposite of the Hobbit films. In that
where
they just
too much in it.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. You're right. But good week of watches.
Nice, Tyler. I'm assuming a lot of watches while you've been under the weather.
No, I'm kind of the opposite. I don't really like watching movies, especially new movies when I'm sick, like which is unfortunate because being sick's like the perfect time to just do nothing but watch movies. But I don't really want to do anything other than just like scroll my phone because for example, like I tried watching Perfect Blue, which obviously I know is like a banger. Everyone loves it. Fell asleep like 20 minutes in. So the next
that why
night,
you didn't review it?
Right. Yeah. The next night,
I was kind of waiting for your review as well. Yeah.
Ran it back from the beginning the next night because I rented it on Amazon to get 48 hours. So I'm like, okay, we'll start from the beginning. Fell asleep like 20 minutes into it because I'm just like not feeling well, and it's like I'm just not in the headspace watching new movies.
You will really like it.
100%. Yeah, I'm sure I will. And the sucky thing is, it's literally like an hour, 19-minute movie, and my ass like 2 nights in a row couldn't stay up for it because I was just like exhausted from the work conference and not feeling well. But so that's why there's no Perfect Blue review yet. But this week I'll be able to watch it. I'm feeling better now. So continue ticking off some Best Picture winners, better ones this week. Really, really liked 12 Years a Slave. Thought that was a great movie. 4-star for me. Shape of Water is fine. Is whatever. I'm not a big fantasy guy in general, so it was a losing battle from the beginning. It's not really a movie that I'd probably ever gravitate to, but it's classic Guillermo del Toro in terms of, crazy visuals, but the story, I don't know, just didn't really connect with me. Didn't really buy into the romance aspect of it, but watched my flight to Charlotte. I completed I, Tanya Heimer. I watched I, Tanya first, and then the guy in front of me was watching Oppenheimer. So then once I, Tanya ended, because it was a long flight, it's like completely West Coast to East Cost flight, so I had time for 2 long movies. I was like, after watching Oppenheimer in front of me, I'm like, I have to watch Oppenheimer now. So watched I, Tanya Heimer.
When you said watch my flight to on Charlotte, I was like in my head, I've never heard of that film. I was on Letterboxd now. I've just searched my flight to Charlotte, and then I kind of caught on.
Oh,
Maybe it is though. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean that sounds like something that could be a film or like a band.
Well, rom-com or something, you know?
Yeah. And then when I was in Charlotte, I watched The Great Gatsby, the Baz Luhrmann one, which
you're a hater.
It's mid. It's so mid.
It's a good movie.
It's so bad. Leo is the only good thing about that film.
I don't think it's so bad, but I think it's mid. I think the cast is so stacked, and all of them just deliver like the most average performance of their career. I do love
I actually think Leo's pretty good in it, honestly. I think he's really good.
I mean, it's not. I wouldn't have it probably in my top 10 Leo still at the end of the day. But that's more of a speaking about Leo. But the soundtrack bangs. I love how he was just dropping like pop rap music like the whole time, even though it's like from like the 20s. And I actually like the cinematography more than I remember it. Just because because then the next couple days I watched not the original Great Gatsby. There's like 7 Great Gatsby movies, but I watched like the probably next most popular one, which is the one that was written by Francis Ford Coppola, directed by Jack Clayton, with Robert Redford, Mia Farrow in it. Hated that. That was so goddamn bad. So I was like, I appreciate the Baz Luhrmann one for at least being interesting with the cinematography and editing and his classical style, which isn't for everyone, but it was at least interesting. Whereas The Great Gatsby from 1974, I was like, that was a marathon to get through. I did not want to finish that movie. I wanted to turn it off so many times, but I persevered. Rewatched Ocean's 11 on the flight back. Just a great, fun movie. Just such a good time with Ocean's 11 every time. Started Ocean's 12, but my flight landed before I could get that finished, so I still have to finish that one. I'd never seen Ocean's 12 before, but Ocean's 11 is probably like my 4th or 5th watch. Then watched Magnolia, which will be our Patreon exclusive review this week, and then watched National Treasure 2 nights ago, and just such a fun movie, such a good nostalgic movie from childhood. Just I think everyone in our age generation, when they watched it, they like started loving history a little bit, and Nick Cage was just that guy when we were kids. Like everyone hates on him, but he was just kind of him, you know.
No, he's loved now. Everyone loves Nick Cage now.
In the film sphere, yeah, but I feel like normal people still consider him like one of the worst actors.
Which is crazy.
But National Treasure is a great movie. Love that movie. I wanted to be Riley Poole so bad when I was a kid, the sidekick. Because I was like, I knew from the beginning, I was like, I never need to be like a leading man. I don't need to be the guy. But if I could just ride the coattails of the guy and just because he at the end of the movie, Riley Poole gets his like Ferrari. So like, you know, you don't want to be the guy because Nick Cage is getting like shot at, just in danger. You just want to get like the 10% cut of whatever treasure that guy's getting. And then Abigail, what's her name? Abigail Chase, played by Diane Kruger. Yeah, definitely one of my first like crushes as a kid. She was Smoke Show trying to prevent him from stealing that Declaration of Independence. But just such a fun, silly movie, just hilarious. Nick Cage.
As far as like kids' history films go, Night at the Museum or National Treasure?
I like National Treasure more, but both of those were great.
Oh, you guys got to toss The Mummy on that list. I feel like The Mummy fits in.
That's like, I think that's like, that transcends just kids' film though, you know?
It's so good. It's so good.
I think The Mummy's
Brendan Fraser at his best.
Yeah, that's true. I think that it's The Mummy's. Yeah, I think The Mummy's better, but I think like they're more kid films, you know, National Treasure, and especially Night at the Museum.
Yeah, fair. Mm-hmm. They're all silly,
for sure, but fun.
I agree.
I worked from home twice this week, so you know, checking off as many films as possible. I watched Promising Young Woman last night. Which has been on my watch list forever.
No, I didn't know. I didn't see you log. I saw Victoria logged it, so I was wondering if she just watched it on her own.
What did Victoria think of it? I'm intrigued.
She liked it as well. Yeah, we both really, really liked it. We were both kind of like on the edge of our seats the entire time.
Have you saltburned yet, John? Have you saltburned? That's crazy fucking.
Have you
saltburned yet?
You just turned a movie title into a verb.
Jacob Elordi will choke you up against the wall for speaking like that about his mother.
That's crazy.
I have not saltburned yet. Magnolia, which is our review in a couple of days. I watched Francis Ford Coppola's Twixt, which I know is Owen like one of.
Surprised you thought that was all right.
Yeah, I am so surprised. I thought that was all right too. That's definitely a film that I could have easily seen myself giving like a half a star, but I don't know. It's cool seeing something like this coming from the guy that did The Godfather. Like,
it's weirdly emotional. It's weirdly really compassionate. And
yeah.
Do you know the story behind it? With like, I think it's his daughter's death. The daughter drowned, and it's kind of like a time with that. So there's a lot of passion because it's a weird film. I liked it, but it's a very odd film. I get why people hate it. I'm not.
It's one of those films. Like when I finished watching it, I was like, okay, 2.5. But before I rated it on Letterboxd, I read like dozens of articles about it because I'm sure I missed something. Like, why is the guy who did The Godfather and Apocalypse Now doing something like this? And then just reading up about it and kind of the story behind it made me like appreciate it more. Definitely needs a rewatch, and I want to try to get through as much Coppola as I can before Megalopolis.
Yeah, same.
Clue. Sorry, Kevin, if you're listening. I did not like Clue.
I'm a Clue hater.
I haven't seen Clue. Is that the one with Tim Curry, isn't it, in it? His the main guy or something?
Yeah, it's Tim Curry, Eileen Brennan.
I haven't seen it.
I don't know, dude. I was just like, I had a headache the entire time. I thought every character was insufferable.
It's just that slapstick style of comedy I can't stand. Like
it's just not for me.
The dog poop joke being made like 20 times. I'm like, dude, this is just not funny.
And then even, spoilers for a movie that came out fucking 40 years ago.
No.
But like even at the end, sorry, Seth. All right, I won't say it. Forget it. I'm not saying it, Seth. You're good.
I actually want to watch it, weirdly.
No spoilers. I did not like the ending. That's if you have seen the movie and you know how it kind of like plays out, not cool. I watched Gods of the Deep. I didn't like it personally, but if you are listening to this and you are someone who is into like Lovecraftian horror, I think this is definitely a movie for you.
Gods of the Deep.
Yeah, it was on. Don't watch. I don't think you'll like it.
Okay.
I spent $6.99 to give a movie a 1 star.
Oh my god.
Tree of Life, loved, surprisingly.
Tree of Mid.
It kind of makes me want to rewatch Night of Cups because I feel like Terrence Malick is. I feel like I appreciate Terrence Malick more when I'm like not in a good mood, if that makes sense.
I think that makes sense. I think that he's a very like mood-based director. Like you can catch him at the wrong. It's like I would compare it to like a Bergman or a Tarkovsky. If you catch them at the wrong time, you're like, I just can't be fucking arsed.
Yeah, I think that was my problem with Night of Cups because like I think I just caught Tree of Life at like just the perfect time in my life.
You have to be in the right mindset. Yeah.
But I really liked it. I've been, if you're listening, I've been trying to write like longer reviews on Letterboxd, so feel free to go look at that. Rewatched Wonka because Victoria wanted to watch it, and then rewatched X because I really like X. I think X is, I think it holds up as a slasher. I think it holds up as this 70s retro type movie. I have a good time with X. Yeah, I agree. I think it's better than Pearl, but not by much. I also watched Lisa Frankenstein. So let me just get into that review now, and then we'll move on. Watched Lisa Frankenstein Thursday night. He went to the theater Thursday night. I had a good time with it. I was telling Tyler before the podcast started. It's like the best 3.5 star movie you'll see all year. Like there's truly nothing. Like I give it a 3 stars, but like I don't want to say anything bad about it because there's just like nothing to say that's bad about it. It's just nothing that's like revolutionary. It's nothing that's going to blow you away. It's just across the board. It's just a really fun time at the theater.
Is it a rom-com?
Yeah.
You got the synopsis? I don't even know anything it's about.
I have no idea about this film at all. Yeah, so
yeah, absolutely. In 1989, a misunderstood teenager, that's the one played by Catherine Newton, has a high school crush who just happens to be a handsome corpse. After a set of playfully horrific circumstances bring him to life, the two embark on a murderous journey to find love, happiness, and a few missing body parts along the way.
Sounds like Warm Bodies. Do you remember that with Nicholas
Sounds
Hoult?
like Bones and All, too.
Bad movie, Warm Bodies.
No.
Warm Bodies stinks.
I've never seen Warm Bodies.
Have you not
Definitely
seen
not
Warm
like
Bodies?
Bones and All.
Wait,
I'm surprised you've not seen
you
Warm
said
Bodies.
it's like Warm Bodies, not like Bones and All?
No,
No, he said
I've
he
never
hasn't seen
seen
Warm
Warm
Bodies.
Bodies, and it is not like Bones and all.
Okay.
I'm surprised you haven't seen that.
Um,
Cam, you rate it positively. What are we talking about? You do this all the
I
time.
don't remember that. Bad movie.
This is every
Bad
time.
movie. I don't. This is often. I actually just retroactively went back and rated Sausage Party like a 2 because I had it
God,
at 4.
God, that was a terrible
Yeah,
take. I
Sausage
agree.
Party sucked. I think I was
Yeah.
on crack when I saw the movie because
This is-
I rated these back in the day and then I just took them to, and I'm like, man, I remember hating that movie. Apparently, when I watched it, I gave it like a 200 out of 100. So it's the best movie ever.
This
Warm
is the
Bodies sucks.
exact reason why over the last week I've gone
I
back
know, you're
through
smarter than
Letterboxd
me.
and I've removed so many ratings from so many films. And
I
I was
did
looking
that
at
a
some,
while ago.
I was looking at so many of my ratings, and I'm like, I was on crack when I rated this movie.
It's because you watch them like years ago and you can't.
Yeah.
Tastes are going to be
I
ever
know.
changing. I did that.
Yeah,
I did that.
like thinking
And-
about Warm Bodies, I'm like, that was shit. It was like with Nicholas Holt, right? We're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird bad movie.
Good
But yeah,
movie.
Lisa Frankenstein. If you're into like that, like 80s aesthetic, it really plays into it. The soundtrack bangs. It really is just a movie for an hour and 40 minutes. You're gonna have a smile on your face. Catherine Newton is just adorable in this film. She commits to this role completely, and it just makes for such a fun experience. Cole Sprouse says 2 words, and it's not until like the last scene
I
he
saw
like-
a Sophie's
Really?
review. I saw
because he's a
Sophie's
corpse.
review.
He's a corpse, and he doesn't know how to talk. So for the entire movie, the only thing he's saying is
It's like
shit
Swiss
that.
Army Man.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to review this movie because I give it a 3 stars, but there's truly nothing I want to say that's bad about this movie because it was just fine across the board. It was just a fun, cute time at the theater. I really enjoyed my time with it, but it's not a movie I'm ever going to rewatch. It's a fun. When I walked out of the theater, someone I overheard say, why wasn't this released around Halloween? Like this would have been a perfect Halloween movie. And in my head, I'm like, no, I think this is a much better Valentine's Day movie than it is a Halloween. Like this is like, it's a really cute rom-com. It's very unique. It'll play to just about every crowd. If you like rom-coms, go watch it. If you like horror, go watch it. It's a fun movie. If you like romance, go watch it. Cute, fun holiday or Valentine's Day watch. Excited to hear your thoughts on it. Like I told Tyler before the podcast, all of my mutuals except one have this either a 3 or a 3.5. So I think across the board, it's been generally well received. So I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on it, just to see if you guys, have a good time with it, or maybe if it's not something you guys, necessarily gravitate to.
I'll be seeing it this week. I just didn't because I was sick, but I'm excited to see
Yeah.
it. Shout out Zelda Williams, Robin Williams' daughter, for a directorial
Yeah.
debut.
Shout out. Yeah,
Interesting.
did not realize that was Robin Williams' daughter until after the fact.
Oh shit! Yeah. Interesting.
But yeah, good movie. Definitely worth a theater watch. So if you're trying to think of what to do on Valentine's Day, I know Madam Web comes out on Valentine's Day. Don't see that. Go see Lisa Frankenstein instead.
Also,
You'll have
Bob
a-
Marley, One Love.
Yeah, Bob Marley, One Love.
Probably better
I
than
would
Madam Web, if we're being honest. But
Yeah, but probably not as good as Lisa Frankenstein.
yeah, it'll be like a
Dude,
classic
we're
great
getting-
star biopic.
Yeah, and I also, when I went to see Lisa Frankenstein, I saw the trailer to Back to Black for the first time, the Amy Winehouse biopic.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta stop.
When's that out? I sucks.
Who
I think it's
cares?
first half of 2024.
So I was quite excited for the Bob Marley one, and then I've been seeing the reviews and I saw the trailer. I'm like, this just looks like every other biopic.
Yeah,
Like,
the
well,
trailer to both of them, One Love and Back to Black, they just look so like standard.
Yeah, Back to Black is directed by the Aaron Taylor Johnson's cougar
Oh, yeah.
wife. Isn't
Oh,
it?
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Also, if you're not giving me, and I complain about this all the time, if you're not giving me an R-rated like Bob Marley, Amy Winehouse biopic, I don't want to see it.
It's because they're scared. That they're just biopics are like pussy shit, man. They did it with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah,
That's
it's
just,
like
that's just what they do. It's fucking annoying. They're
these
just
people
boring.
did not. These
Live
people live
boring
R-rated
shit lives. Yeah.
Like, show me an R-rated movie.
What's like the
about-
darkest R-rated biopic has ever been? Nothing's even coming to my mind.
I think musical biopic. Are we just saying?
Yeah, musical
Straight
biopic.
Outta Compton was pretty
Yeah.
Mm.
pretty dark. I mean, it could have gone
Walk
worse.
the
but-
Line with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah,
that was very dark.
Yeah, Walk the Line's pretty great. That's a really good one, actually. I really like that film.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, obviously like Goodfellas, but if we're talking musical biopic,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah,
I would
Straight
say
Outta Compton.
Straight Outta Compton probably went the furthest. Even that was kind of like teetering a little bit at times.
Mhm.
It was quite Hollywood, wasn't it?
That was
I do
not
actually
R-rated.
I do like Straight Outta Compton a lot though, to be fair. It's actually one of my favorite.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. But yeah, there's not many of them. They usually just play.
We need like I need like a true R-rated, like someone who just lived like
a really interesting life. Like all of these people are like fucking.
They're all
Queen
interesting.
did, like fucking Elton John did, like Bob Marley, and it's just the. I mean, I can't comment on the Bob Marley one. It's not out, but I'm just assuming from the reviews. You know, it's just they're boring. You know, they're just the same thing every time.
Like the Drake biopic has to have the picture in it. That's going around Twitter. Like
the
we
video,
need R-rated.
the video.
We need R-rated biopic.
Crazy.
It's a pivotal moment of his life. One of the biggest achievements he's probably had.
That was a big achievement. I agree, definitely.
It's just so funny, like when pictures like that get leaked, and like normally, like if pictures get leaked, people freak out, and like the response to his was just like, "Oh no, it's leaked."
He's like, "Oh shit, God forbid."
How
Oh
embarrassing.
no! Damn it, man.
Yeah.
Oh my
Drake
god!
cock.
Wow, what a week on Twitter. It's
been a week.
We don't have to go into it in depth. I feel like we've chatted enough about it. But again, Seth and I got to experience Dune in IMAX, which that was my first time seeing Dune in IMAX. I think
Surprised me. Did you watch it in the
I
cinema?
saw it in Dolby in cinema.
Oh, okay. Dolby's
the first
still
time it came out, and then the other 6 times I logged it was at home.
Mm-hmm.
So I've only seen it in theaters twice. The first time was Dolby. This time was IMAX at the Lincoln Square screen, which is the biggest screen in the world. It's fucking crazy.
Is it actually in the world?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably not. I bet the Sphere in Vegas now has the. Imagine seeing Dune at the Vegas Sphere. That'd be crazy.
You'd literally levitate. It'd be crazy.
But yeah, no, I've only seen it once in theaters when it came out, and that was in IMAX. So I got to experience it fresh when it was in theaters the first time. But I mean, that's been like 2.5 years at this point. It's been a while since it came out.
Yeah. I fucking loved it, man. It was so fun. There's a few scenes in that where I'm like, I was convinced that I wasn't there. It was like an out of body experience. You know what I mean? Like, specifically the scene where I tweeted it last night. You know the battle prep scene where you get introduced to the I can't remember the names of them with the noise where it's going wow. And the scene where Jason Momoa's kind of like spoilers sacrifice-ish scene. Do you know what I mean?
In the hallway or whatever.
It's so fucking good, man. Or like when they first encounter the sandworms with the harvesting thing when they're saving the guys. It's crazy. And then Paul is such a fucking funny name for this world, by the way. Paul, like
it's just the most basic.
It's so
Gurney Halleck, Duncan, Idaho.
Duncan, yeah. Like when Anna first watched it, she was like, she couldn't stop laughing because she's like, why the fuck is he called Paul? And also, I will say, the Baron. I love every scene. Every scene with the Baron feels like a Voldemort scene. You know what I mean? It feels so menacing and like intimidating. But I will say, every time that fucker moves is fucking funny, man. When he starts just going up in the air.
Yeah.
I would look over to Anna every time moving. She'd be like, trying not to laugh. You know, when he's like, the like doctor guy saves.
And he like moves into the screen.
And he comes into the screen, like just floats across the table. And then just like snaps this guy's neck or like cuts his neck or something. I was like, oh my God. But
so
every scene with him has this like menacing nature. I hope we get more of Batista in the second one. I mean, I think we will.
I think we do.
And Austin Butler, I'm so fucking like excited.
Yeah.
So
I even said that in my Letterboxd review about the Baron. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is when he's talking to the sister of the Bene Gesserit, and they're basically like, let Paul live, let his mom live, and then the Baron like he kind of like breaks the fourth wall and he's looking right at the camera, and he's like, House Harkonnen would never dream of violating the sanctity of your law. He says it like staring right at me, and I'm like, this is fucking scary.
Do you know one of my favorite scenes? I think my favorite character is Rebecca Ferguson. I love her.
I love her.
The scene of them when they're in the like, I don't know what they call it, the helicopter thing, when she starts using the voice and she's like, kill him. It's so fucking good, man.
Stop.
Like, it gets me off my fucking. She is just I mean, the whole cast. To be fair, like I love every fucking person involved, and now you've got like Christopher Walken, Florence Pugh coming in, but specifically, Rebecca Ferguson. She's just so good, like so good, crazy. So Florence Pugh, is she part of the? I can't remember the name. She's part of the. What is she? What she's the princess of what?
Oh, I don't know. She's the emperor's daughter.
Is she the? So she's the daughter of Christopher
Walken's daughter.
Yeah.
She's the emperor's daughter. I think Austin Butler is his like nephew.
Did you see Austin Butler said that the most impressed he'd been by an actor on set was Christopher Walken in Dune 2? That's quite interesting.
He's a legend.
I mean, his voice is just gonna fit.
Yeah, he's gonna be fucking menacing.
The cat. Oh man. It's still, and then you just got Javier Bardem just coming out.
Cast is crazy.
Oscar Isaac is like the best looking man I've ever seen in my life. By the way,
easily, dude. Every time Leto Atreides, spoiler, dies, I'm like, oh, this is so heartbreaking because I loved it's that role.
You know, when you look at like Dune, you look at like the most popular reviews on Letterboxd. It's a very, and whenever I speak, but I don't know if you guys, whenever I speak positive about Dune, like really positive on TikTok, I get so many comments just saying it's boring, they didn't feel anything, it's just like open space. I don't get it. I think it's a really visceral experience, and I think the tragedy kind of pours throughout, and every scene, like the fucking Jason Momoa scene, the Oscar Isaac, I'm still struggling to remember the names. I think it's so fucking well done, tragic.
Yeah. Everything. It's there's so much lore and philosophy in this. Now, like these needed to be 2-3 hour movies.
Yeah, you can't
fully grasp the complexity of this story.
You can't do it in like one or two. There's far too much. Like I didn't realize how many books there were as well. Yeah. I mean, like Lord of the Rings, they had to, because they did that strictly trilogy, they still had to condense it. Like they still had to. They had too much to play with, and even though they did like extended versions as well. But this is just it kind of makes me want to read the book, but then I know it's just a massive commitment. Like I know the book.
Well, there's so many other books in the series. It's just a wormhole you dive into that.
Literal wormhole.
I know, like diehard fans of the book don't even recommend people to get into the book. Sometimes they're just like, it's just not worth it. It's just too dense.
Just so much. Yeah. But amazing experience. So I increased to 5. It's also my only sci-fi 5 of the century. So by proxy, my favorite sci-fi of
the decade, not the century. Of the century?
Of the century. My only sci-fi 5-star.
Like for the last 24 years?
Yep.
You've not given one other sci-fi 5-star?
Do we count Signs as sci-fi?
I mean, we don't count it as a real film to begin with.
I would say it's sci-fi. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we don't count like Spider-Man 2. I don't know why the fuck that's on.
Yeah, I mean, technically, yes. Superhero movies are science fiction movies.
Okay, I'd say it's the only sci-fi fantasy, whatever. It's for me. I'm gonna say something hot right now.
I don't even.
I think Dune is like this era's 2001.
Dude, you had
wow.
I'm dead serious, man.
It's crazy because you were like the last one on this pod to start like watching it and getting
into the last one.
Yeah, and I regret it every day. I don't know, man. I think Dune is like, it's Denis. He's just got that. He's got it in the bag. Like he's done it so well, you know.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. It's his second best film, dude.
It's kind of crazy how
by a long way. It's his first by a long way. What's his first?
Arrival.
Okay.
What do you rate Arrival?
I actually haven't got Arrival rate because I watched it when it first came out. In a while. I imagine like a 4 or 4.5. I do really like it. It's great.
As a 5-star.
Denis is kind of that guy for sci-fi. Like Blade Runner was already such an acclaimed and loved like cult classic movie from the 80s that he's like, I'm going to make the sequel, and a lot of people like it even more than the original. And then like he's like, all right, what's my next challenge? I'll take something that's never been adapted well to movies and make it potentially greater than like Star Wars. Honestly,
imagine how intimidating it is. Trying to adapt Dune. It's crazy. It's so much.
You need to watch Sunshine. Danny Boyle's Sunshine.
Oh yeah, I do it. Well, do you remember I started it because I think we were going to do it for a review.
We did it for a real quick. Yeah,
I don't think I was there. I do need to. Yeah, I need to finish that. Because I was liking it as well. So
damn, I got.
Yeah,
these are all my 5-star science fiction films from this century: Arrival, Blade Runner 2049, Dune, Eternal Sunshine, Her, Inception, Interstellar, Logan, Mad Max: Fury Road, Nolan's The Prestige, both Spider-Verse
I wouldn't
movies.
say Prestige is sci-fi. Would you?
I wouldn't say
I'm
Logan either.
I'm just going by Letterboxd.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't know superhero films. I guess they are, but they're also
They are.
like
Yeah,
Do you
but they're not
think,
like
like-
traditional
They
sci.
just
Like
need
they're
their
not
own
like,
genre, honestly.
yeah, I kind of count them like a separate entity, you know.
And then Danny Boyle's Sunshine. So I got
Okay.
a chunk. All right,
I'll
let's
go-
move on because I know we're a little pressed for time today and we got a lot to go through. I'm gonna share my screen.
Yeah, let's get this new ReelTok
Oh
collection.
shit! Yeah,
unveiled.
the big thing.
Like, hold on. I click present,
Yep.
share screen.
Make sure it's the right screen. Well, I guess you probably only have one screen in front of you.
Yeah, I only have
You're
one
not like me
screen.
with 70,000 screens in front of you.
Window. No.
Tyler, are you a tab guy? Do you always have like loads of tabs open?
Yeah, I probably have like 30 tabs open right now.
Yeah, same. Fair enough.
Yeah, but
Hold on. What is
do you use Google Chrome? I feel like my Chrome lately has been like crashing.
I actually don't. I only use Google Chrome for this because I have to. I usually use Safari to be honest.
Mhm.
I find it easier.
Yeah, I always see like memes which are so accurate where it's like, like we got to the moon with like, something that's like less powerful than like a calculator is nowadays. Yet nowadays technology, you have like 5 tabs open and your computer will just explode.
Starts crashing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You struggling to share the slides? Drew?
I'm big time. My computer's like, hold on. I am super.
Have you got
struggling.
too many tabs open on Google Chrome right now? Because that might be the
I got 2 tabs.
edge. You might need to get one. You need to
I
get
got-
that
Is
one.
it a PowerPoint or a Google Slides? Because if it's a
It's
Google
a Google
Slides, you could
Slide.
try sharing it with me, and I could try sharing it on screen.
Oh, yeah, that could be
Like
it,
just
yeah.
share it with my email. But yeah, we revamped the
here we
ReelTok collection. Perfect.
Okay, you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
Oh,
yeah,
fuck you, George, man. Stop spelling my name wrong.
I knew I spelled it wrong. How do you spell it?
What do you think you spelled wrong there?
I don't know. I'm assuming it's the E is
A-N.
Yeah.
That's one of those
Okay.
misspellings like that happens like often where it's like you misspell
I was-
something and
I
then
was
someone
going
corrects
back and
you.
forth.
So then it's like locked in your brain. Like, did I lock in like the incorrect one in my brain or like whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go through this. I'm excited.
All right. So, like we said, we started the ReelTok collection probably a little over a year ago. And
Yeah.
this is a collection of movies that all 4 of us give a 5-star. Obviously, kind of rare. We all have very different tastes in movies. We all gravitate towards different genres, filmmakers, actors, actresses, etc. So this is a collection that we had started where all of us give a movie a 5-star, very exclusive collection, as well as a couple of honorable additions, which we will go through. So admittedly, we didn't keep up with this as well as we would have liked over the last year. Do you guys still see the screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Admittedly, we did not keep up with this as well as we would have liked. So instead of giving you guys an update, we're just going to start from scratch.
Mhm.
So we are at 26 films in the collection. We have 11 films. Let's just go through it. All right. So the first 11 films or the first 12 films you will see are the 12 movies that all of us give a 5 out of 5 star. So number 1, 12 Angry Men. And we can have a little discussion.
Mid.
Love Angry Mid.
Mid. It's a good movie.
Yeah, good movie for sure. Good movie for sure. Number 2, 2001: A Space Odyssey.
It's a good movie.
That's
Last Century's Dune. For real.
fair.
Love that.
Look at us. Look at us. 2 movies. Our first 2 movies pre 1970. We got it like that. Number 3, Apocalypse Now. Francis Ford Coppola.
Mhm.
I guess that's the consensus greatest war
The
film of all
20th
time.
century megalopolis. Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
true. For real.
Number 4, and our most recent addition, because Seth just bumped it up to a 5-star rating. We have
Hell
Denis Villeneuve's Dune.
Get a
Very
better
Very
picture,
happy.
bro.
Kubrick's
Hell
biggest
yeah.
influence.
Yeah, very, very happy about that. Denis greater than Stanley. Number 5, we have The Godfather, Francis Ford Coppola, number 2 on this list.
Maybe the only director on this list, I think, that has multiple.
Oh yeah, maybe actually. Yeah.
got it, yeah.
No, that's not true. There's one more.
Ooh.
Correct.
We got
Whoa.
Michael Mann's Heat. This is another recent addition. Who were we waiting on for this one?
Me, I think.
Cam or
Me, because
Tyler?
I was at a 4.5, and then we rewatched it for the review, and I gave it a 5.
Tyler bumped us up to a 5-star. Which
You're welcome, Michael Maniacs.
Good movie. Good picture.
Good movie. Then we have Bong Joon-ho, Memories of Murder.
We have multiple directors that have multiple movies.
Yeah.
We have 3 directors.
I think.
Multiple.
Oh yeah. Right.
I assume there's another one coming. I think, but
Yeah, Snowpiercer.
yeah, Snowpiercer's good, man. Good.
The Coen brothers, No Country for
This is
Old Men.
a big Tyler savior.
Yeah,
this is like Tyler's.
This is another Tyler
Brothers
save.
Bros. Bromies.
Number 9, we have Park Chan-wook's Old Boy.
Young fella.
You know, surprisingly, I think this is a collection of some really good movies we're talking about right now.
Yeah, these are pretty good.
One thing to note, we have 3 movies from 2003 on this list.
Greatest year ever.
Yeah,
I thought was crazy.
Wow.
There's actually some bangers. 2003.
I was 6 years old that year. I was probably having a good time watching these. Old Boy probably enlightened me as a 6-year-old.
Number 10, Milos Forman's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Another fantastic film.
I feel like that movie still doesn't get the love it deserves. I feel like I never hear anyone talking about it, even though it's like a classic. And Jack Nicholson, one was great.
Yeah, the main thing I hear people talking about with this movie is Nurse Ratched, which obviously warranted praise. One of the greatest villains out there. But yeah, Jack Nicholson also putting on one of the greatest lead actor performances.
Yeah.
Number 11, second Bong Joon-ho film on this list. Best Picture winner, Parasite. Okay. Fantastic movie.
Yep.
Mid.
Yeah, I figured that would be on there.
Now this is a really interesting one for me because we are like
way higher than normal people on Fincher.
No, the Network's great.
No, but I'm pretty sure all of us have it as our number 1 Fincher, which is rare, honestly. Like that is when I look at comments when I've ranked Fincher before on TikTok, it's rare to have this your number 1. We all have it as 1.
I mean, it's rare that all 4 of us not only agree on a movie
on a 5-star,
but also like this is all of our number 1 Fincher. It's great. Like I don't think
that is wild. Yeah.
It's just truly like I think it's a perfect movie to me. Like every time I rewatch it, I'm like, holy shit! Like everything, the casting, the score by Trent Reznor, the editing, the directing, the writing. I mean, it's kind of just like a god squad of a movie, and it is shocking that all 4 of us put it as Fincher's number 1, which is really rare on most people don't even have it as their number 1 Fincher, much less all 4 people on a podcast have a number 1. But
yeah, I mean, listen, say it's the second best biopic of the century, so we're getting there. Next, we have our ReelTok Award Best Picture winners. After Sun, noted, would have been in the collection regardless because we all give it a 5-star rating.
Oh, I was gonna say
yeah, Oppenheimer. We're still waiting on Mr. Cameron Walsh.
Fuck you, Cam. Even I've been watching
it on my phone, man.
Yeah, he's gonna watch it on his phone on Peacock.
Yeah,
with ads. It'll be the Trinity Test countdown, and then a little ad.
Also, while I half screen while I'm scrolling Twitter.
Yeah, a masked singer ad will come on during the Trinity Test scene. But
yeah,
it'll be a true 5-star soon. I have faith in Cameron.
Yeah, but either way, it is in the collection because we have decided that ReelTok Best Picture winners will be honorably in the collection. But again, After Sun would have been there regardless.
I love that caveat, though. It gives it even more weight to our Best Picture winner next year. We're like, okay, now it's going in the collection, whatever it's going to be.
That is crazy that After Sun, we all have a 5-star from last year, and it won.
After Sun.
Yeah, that's another. I think that's After Sun is the most surprising addition to this list that we all give this a 5-star.
I don't know. We like Shoutout. I still think The Social Network for me.
Yeah, we're all just depressed boys.
Yeah.
What do you want from us? Next up, another caveat to our ReelTok collection. We are all honorably going to be adding in our favorite film of all time. So Mr. Cameron Walsh is going to be adding The Empire Strikes Back, which I believe is it Tyler and Seth that have this at a 4.5? Yeah. So
correct.
Clowns.
Yeah.
Clowns.
So
they're all clowns.
Might be a 4 for me, honestly, if I'm being honest.
It might be a 3.5 for me, actually, for real.
Myself, George, I add The Dark Knight because I believe Seth lowered his rating. Tyler,
I'm
did you?
Tyler.
I'm not a fan.
Clowns. They're all clowns.
Yeah, you guys are lost.
That's a lower my Lord of the Rings.
Who I don't even know who doesn't have
me.
Return of the Dude.
Clowns.
The Lord of the
Come
Rings
on.
movies just aren't for me.
I respect it. I respect you, Tyler. I don't mind.
Oh my
Clowns.
god! And then About Time. Only Tyler has this at 5 stars.
Seth
I
did,
did.
but he lowered it.
I did. I'm sorry,
okay.
Tyler. I did.
That's fine.
right.
See, I don't take it to heart like you all were with the
No, I said the same for you, my friend.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm taking it to heart, man. I'm taking it to heart.
noted
100%.
based non-franchise guy, me, Tyler Whitmore.
Weak.
All right, and then on top of, okay, hold on.
Oh, there's big decisions to make.
Whoa.
Okay, so before we get to our next bit, 12 Angry Men, 2001, Apocalypse Now, Dune, Godfather, Heat, Memories of Murder, No Country for Old Men, Old Boy, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Parasite, Social Network, After Sun, Oppenheimer, and then Return of the King, About Time, The Dark Knight, and Empire Strikes Back. Now
Now the fun part.
Yeah, now the fun part. That brings us
This
to
is
18
This
films.
is where the fun begins.
Yeah, that brings us to 18 films. What we also have decided is that all of us are going to add 2 honorable movies of our own. The reason being, there are a lot of movies that, we all love, we all adore. And this is the ReelTok Collection. So we kind of want to make this as personal to us as we want. And also there's a ton of films. Yeah.
Do we have to have seen it?
Yes. What?
No, I mean, do we all have to have seen it?
Oh,
No.
I was like, is he
I don't mean,
just
I don't mean
doing
do
that?
I like me picking like her or some shit. I mean, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's exactly what I thought you meant. I was like,
Yeah,
why
I
would you
meant
do
to
that?
I
Stupid.
thought he was gonna make a joke and be like, Dune Part 2 is gonna be in.
Yeah.
It might fucking be, man.
for real.
So we are all going to be adding our own surprise picks.
Ooh.
Look at this slide. This is my favorite slide.
Steph,
I had a good time.
I think I've got him
math
down.
there is wrong.
Okay.
It'll be 19 through 26 now because we added Dune last minute yesterday.
Yeah, it's for real.
Oh
True,
shit,
true,
my
true.
bad. Yeah, I did not update this slide.
All good. It was a late addition to the ReelTok Collection.
Wow, this is
It's
tough,
8
boys.
surprise picks, right?
Yeah.
8.
The 8
Yeah.
surprise picks, 2 per each of us.
Yeah.
Is this count wrong?
The number's
Like,
right, but
You
the
have 6
text is wrong. You
on
say
the left.
6 surprise picks. It's 8.
Oh,
But the
Yeah,
number's
this is
right. It's
great.
19 through 26.
sorry. I made this when I got home from Dune at like midnight.
Yeah.
And I'm still making it.
We
literally
love the
right
vision.
now.
George, you know what's funny? I did like a meeting presentation with this the other day, and I used the exact same font and background because just the first one that came up.
It's
as
so
well.
easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
George.
We should go in like draft order. So like Seth gives 1, then Cam, Tyler, George, and then we circle back.
All right. Let's do it. So these can be any movie we want. They do not have to. What am I doing, dude?
Me adding sauce. Me adding Skinamarink.
Do it.
Man, it
any
lost
movie we
Quantumania.
want. It doesn't even need to be one of our 5-star films. It could just be any film that we think deserves the.
No,
praise.
let's not fuck this up. Don't be putting some shit in here. Like
Well,
some-
don't
I'm
put
just saying.
shit.
No,
Yeah.
Don't put shit. I'm just saying we all have the opportunity to add whatever movie we want.
Okay.
So Seth, good start with you. Your
I'm
first
gonna. Yeah. So I'm gonna go. Any guesses?
I mean, there's so many places you
Lost
can go. with this,
Highway.
right?
No, I don't think there is. I don't think there is. I
I
think
think it's got to be
we'll
the
get it.
Lost Highway. It's inked on you.
I'll be surprised if you don't put a Bergman.
So my first pick is Lost Highway.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
I mean, this is like, sorry, I've watched it like 6-7 times this year or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, not this year, last year. My favorite Lynch probably is one of my favorite films of all time now. And I love it very, very much. And the reason I'm adding it as well is because I'm trying to think strategically, should I say? I don't like see this being like a 5-star for all of us, and there's some others that I kind of do if you were to watch them. So like I'm thinking this is probably my favorite film ever. That
Mm-hmm.
there's a chance that we want all do a 5-star, you know? So yeah,
That's
Lost
a
Highway is
very-
my first pick.
That's a genius thought process.
And
Yeah.
our new
Big
our new like thing that we're doing with the ReelTok Collection going forward is that once they're in it now, this official ReelTok Collection, they can never leave. Like they're locked in, even if someone
Yeah.
lowers the score. And then maybe every year we're adding a new ReelTok Collection winner. Maybe once a year we revisit the ReelTok Collection. We each get one more surprise pick each year that we throw in there. So it's ever evolving because I don't want because the reason we're doing like surprise picks is because if we all do only stuff that's all 5-star for each of us, we have a very exclusive list, which is nice. But kind of what I want the ReelTok Collection to be is like a list on Letterboxd
Criterion.
that like followers of the ReelTok podcast could be like, all right, this is like, I need to watch all these movies. So I didn't want to just be like, a list of 12 and be like, here you go. I want it to be like an ever evolving, growing list of like our bona fide number one top recommendations as a podcast. So it'll be growing, evolving. We're gonna have 26 here next year with the ReelTok Awards. We'll get a new ReelTok Award winner in there, maybe some 5 stars along the way from all 4 of us. And I'll keep growing. But if once a movie's put in here, it's never leaving. So Lost Highway locked in.
Locked in. Cam, your first honorable mention pick.
I think mine's pretty obvious. As well. Any guesses?
The most goated draft pick in ReelTok podcast history.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. So it's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Give more respect to animation. I might throw another animated movie in here for fun. Give more respect to animation, you clowns.
Rodney Rothman. All right. Anyone have guesses for what I'm throwing in?
I think Good Will Hunting. Oh, it's There Will Be Blood. Yeah, or maybe Good Will Hunting.
Wait, who does not give There Will Be Blood 5 stars?
This guy.
Oh, Seth, you're lost, brother.
There Will Be Blood is what I'm throwing in there. Yes, correct. There Will Be Blood.
It probably is my favorite.
Though,
to be fair,
definitely my favorite PTA.
Maybe
who doesn't have it as 5?
We just had this conversation.
We just said
me.
That was funny.
You're silly, by the way.
Yeah,
4.5, boys. What are we talking about here?
Everyone on this podcast is silly.
George, you get back to back.
Yeah. Oh, that's so much pressure. I only kind of prepared one. All right. Any guesses on my first one? Or on both of them?
Yes.
I think I'll surprise you.
No, I think.
Will it be the second movie by this director in the collection?
No.
Is it Interstellar or Inception?
No.
No, it's not.
I thought it'd be like Arrival, but
no, it's not. He's thinking outside the box a little bit.
Yeah. That's the thing. We already have a Denis movie.
Shawshank?
So
Shawshank?
No.
That's a boring pick.
Who dropped Shawshank?
Me.
Yeah, Seth. Seth
also me. I think it's not a 5-star for me anymore either.
The first movie I'm
is The Godfather in here?
Yeah. Yes.
Have you been here, Cameron?
No, I'm blanking, man. I'm dealing with heater shit in my head. I'm sorry.
I was so confident in Arrival.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna think. No, because Arrival could be a future contender, So maybe he's.
But also, again, there's already a Denis film in here. I want to give shout outs to other filmmakers.
Is this a filmmaker who you would consider one of your favorites?
I would consider this
Zack
to be
Snyder,
maybe the greatest filmmaker of all time.
It's Zack Snyder.
No, no, I know what it is. I know what it is. It's something from. It's probably like Schindler's List.
No,
is it
you're
Jaws?
on the right?
Is it Jaws? Is it Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Park?
Jurassic Park.
Oh, love that edition. Great edition.
Jurassic Park.
Happy to have Jurassic Park in there.
Yeah, I think Steven Spielberg deserves a film. Stop. And I think Jurassic Park is his best movie.
I definitely do think he deserves a spot, at least one on here. He's too good not to be on here. I agree.
I
like
think
that
he deserves a movie.
Jurassic Park's in there.
Yeah. It was between Jurassic Park and Jaws, but I like Jurassic Park slightly better.
Yeah,
I'm about to sneeze.
Now George's second pick.
Shit.
Ooh, I think I know what it'll be.
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
It's not going to be a Zack Snyder movie.
Do it. It's going to be a Ridley Scott movie.
Gladiator?
Aliens?
No.
Okay.
Man, Aliens.
No, I won't be.
You're on the right track.
Can you give me a genre? George, we're not going to have any horror. We're not going to have any horror in this list. Yep. I've just realized.
Midler.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not adding horror, unfortunately.
You are adding, George, a sci-fi by the name of Sunshine.
Fury Road.
No,
Sunshine.
Not Sunshine.
Mad
from the 80s. From the 80s.
Blade Runner.
Terminator 2.
Have I seen this film?
The Iron Giant.
Alien.
Oh, the Iron Giant would be kind of a sleeper, to be fair.
Seth gives this a 4.5.
Yep, I know what it is.
4.5.
Is it by Sir Robert Zemeckis?
It is by Sir
Back to the Future. Yeah, Back to the Future.
Zemeckis. I'm going to be adding Back to the Future. This is
Back to the Mid-Future.
I say it all the time. Back to the Future, Dark Knight.
Sure.
2 movies I credit for my love of film. So I think I think
Yeah, I
Jurassic
used to
Park
watch it
and
all
Back
the
to the
time.
Future are good additions. I was going back and forth between Back to the Future or Mad Max Fury Road, but I
Wow,
went
you
with
had
Back to the
George
Future.
adding 2 sci-fis? Crazy.
I mean, come on, that's the expected.
Tyler,
Tyler's
Give me
second
something
pick.
fun.
Disappointing. There's so many I would love to add,
Yeah.
There's too many.
but it just has to be Good Will Hunting. I'm sorry.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. See, that opens up my pick, Tyler, because I was worried I was gonna have to. I like Good Will Hunting a lot, so it's not
Who
like
directed Good Will Hunting?
Gus
Van
Van
Sant.
Sant. Gus Van Sant.
Strange director. Strange director.
I don't know if I want
I
to
gotta
do
pull up
100
how
out
to
of
spell it.
100.
VAN space
It's
S.
literally Van Sant.
But with the S.
Oh.
Perfect. All right, Cam. Don't let me down. I know what you're gonna pick, and you should pick it.
Wait, give me a second.
Wait.
So
Hold on. I don't know what he's gonna pick.
I'm gonna leave.
I don't
Soul?
either. I'm just trying to send my confident vibes to him.
I'm gonna
Soul?
leave one out there as an option because Tyler
Toy
still
Story
has to
3.
watch one that I think could get on here.
Have I given it a 5? The one that you speak of, Cameron?
Yeah. So
Oh.
what I'm speaking of, Seven Samurai. We have
Okay.
3 5s and still waiting on Tyler.
Yeah, that
Oh,
wait,
shit.
no.
That's
I'm not
opened
picking
up.
that because
that's a
So
good-
you're not.
Good choice, because I'll probably there's a
I
good chance
can't.
I'm gonna leave.
That's
that.
a good point, Cam. I was
See,
going to pick
okay.
Ran. I was
Uh,
going to pick Ran, but I feel like you two might actually give that a 5 when
we,
you watch
we have
Ran
a chance
as well.
to give a 5. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna go
Okay.
a movie I don't talk about enough, but I really love. And I think I just need to rewatch it. So I'm gonna throw it. This is set in stone, huh? I like this movie a lot. I feel like I should add it.
You like that much, Cam? I'm surprised.
What?
I didn't realize you loved it. What do you? Well,
Yeah,
Cam,
Zack
Cam,
Snyder's Justice League.
I just want to throw it out there. You still have the opportunity to put La La Land in the collection.
Still have
Oh, wow.
fuck! I didn't even look at La La
You
Land.
do.
I really wanted to put that in there, but
don't put it in there. Don't do it.
I had to put the
Put
two
it-
whales in there.
To be fair, La La Land would be a good pick. There's no chance I'm giving that a 5, so you may as well.
I know. 4.5 from Tyler. Maybe he could get 4.5 from Seth too. I'm looking at movies. I wish I could just default skip my turn.
I mean, I feel like Seth is the only other one to pick, and you two don't really have that many overlaps.
No. He's not
Yeah.
going to pick what I'm picking. See, here's the thing. I could throw The Lion King in there and then get the two animated movies. Everyone's seen The Lion King. I don't know. It's not a fun pick, even though I love it dearly. So I'm going to go with something a little more fun. I'm going to go with The Truman Show.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is
go
a fun pick.
Go
That
a
is-
little crazy.
Ooh.
It's a 99 out of 100 for myself. Tyler and Seth have it a 4.5. I don't see it raising.
I really like the Truman Show. It's a great film.
Yeah, it's
It
a
might
really,
raise for
really
me,
good
honestly,
movie.
but it's still a
Thank
great
you,
pick.
Thank you, George, for the
All
5
right,
out
maybe
of 5.
next year La La Land will be my surprise
I
pick
got you.
entrant.
Yeah, once a year if we get one.
Yeah.
It's more fun when we get to keep adding to it. Like,
Yeah.
put a little R.
I like the once a year thing because then we get to revisit it. New listeners will get to hear the new collection, and then we get to add our little flair in. But now, Seth, the last pick for the new ReelTok Collection, locked in forever till the day we all pass. Actually, no, beyond.
Shit, like, why did you say that for?
It's going
It's
beyond our
pressure.
graves. This
Way
ReelTok
we
Collection
all-
is going to outlive all of us.
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like
Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. You know?
Wow.
No, don't
Actually.
touch it. No, get the. fuck
Oh,
out.
okay. I got so excited for a
I
second.
feel like I know
Fucking
which
way.
one I don't know. I feel like
It's
there's
like-
two that I think he'd pick.
No, I have to. I mean, I have to pick a Bergman because I don't think one will get in here. So he's my favorite filmmaker, so I kind of have to. Which one is the question?
Who's holding Alien back? Is that Cam?
Alien is me. I moved it up.
No, I
because-
thought you.
Yeah, so I've been a 94 out of 100.
I swear you put it up though.
So I did for the original ReelTok, and then we had a lot of rule changes where we thought like if you move it down, it would stay. So I moved it back down. But I'm staying true this time.
Well,
I'm keeping it.
I wouldn't pick
Fair enough,
Alien
fair
though,
enough.
because like with Cam only a point away from it, there's a chance. You know what I
There's a
mean?
chance.
There's always a
Like,
chance, yeah.
You're literally a point away. So
Can I guess which Bergman you're gonna pick?
yeah, go for it.
Fanny and Alexander.
No,
It's got to be Persona.
no.
It's
Through the
got to be
Glass
through
Darkly?
a glass darkly. It's not going to be
yeah,
Autumn Sonata.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say Through a Glass Darkly because It's a film that means a lot to me. You'll never give it a 5. I don't think any of you will give it a 5. It's very, very personal to me, and it's from Bergman, and it is probably my favorite Bergman along with Persona. So I'll go with that. I think I'll feel good about that. I'll feel good about that. Go with that.
All right. Well, there we have it. We have. Let's go back to the beginning. One more recap. 12 Angry Men.
Barry Lyndon.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
The buzzer. No, but there's a chance for the buzzer.
Barry Lyndon will raise to a 5 with me on rewatch. You can guarantee that.
There's a chance for the buzzer. There's a chance for the buzzer. There's a chance.
You hold out hope on Barry Lyndon for me. I do not like period piece. The only period piece I've ever actually loved is Amadeus.
George, everyone says if you love Amadeus, Barry Lyndon's like it's the same sort of shit.
George,
I strongly believe you could give it a 5, so that's why I'm fine with not picking it.
I still haven't watched it.
I strongly believe that it could.
12 Angry Men, 2001, A Space Odyssey, Apocalypse Now, Dune, The Godfather, Heat, Memories of Murder, No Country for Old Men, Old Boy, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Parasite, Social Network, ReelTok Awards Best Picture winners After Sun and Oppenheimer. Our favorites, Cam, Empire Strikes Back, George, The Dark Knight, Seth, Return of the King, and Tyler, About Time. And then our 8 honorable picks, our surprise picks. Seth went with Lost Highway and Through the Glass Darkly. Cam went with Into the Spider-Verse and The Truman Show. Tyler went with There Will Be Blood and Good Will Hunting. And George went with Jurassic Park and Back to the Future. So there you have it, our 26 ReelTok Collection.
Now I'm gonna have to watch Lost Highway and Through the Glass Darkly because I gotta see that.
Yeah, I gotta watch those too.
Really? Thanks, man.
I gotta watch the ReelTok Collection. I feel like.
Well, don't watch Lost Highway yet. Like it's for both of you, please. Thank you.
Why?
I just want you to watch another Lynch first. Maybe not Georgia because Georgia.
I watched 2. I watched 2.
But Lost. No, because Lost Highway is even like it's even weirder. It's just like not coherent at all. So I prefer you to watch something where you can actually get it.
So what's the point of the damn movie, Seth? If it's not coherent,
not every film has to be approached the same way, Cameron. We're not 8 years old. We don't have to have a pattern to follow.
I am.
I know you are, fucking Lion King motherfucker.
The only Lynch thing I'll push back on is when people say Eraserhead shouldn't be the first one because that's literally the first one you released. So like if you start there, I think
Eraserhead should definitely not be the first one.
But it's the first one he ever came out with. So if you're watching releasing them,
that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything though because Eraserhead, like Tyler, you've seen it. Like shit is fucking weird. I feel like first Lynch should be the perfect mix of like the weirdness where something you can actually follow. Eraserhead's hard to follow if you especially haven't seen
Lynch. Ever
before.
thought about like making a good movie? Maybe one that people enjoy.
You've not seen any of the good ones. Actually, you've seen Eraserhead. I'll give you that. But just give me more. Wait until you get to like more Mulholland Drive, and then just feedback.
Mulholland Drive is one that like I feel like Emma could kind of like, right? From what I've heard, it's like the most mainstream, or no?
It's the most mainstream, but it's still fucking weird.
So I figured I'd wait for her to watch that one because
I don't know if she'll like Mulholland Drive.
I think it's a bold move to think that
Mulholland Drive is so good.
Yeah, shit. See, George knows. George is a lyncher.
Mulholland Drive is good. I mean, I'm not a lyncher. Dune's bad. Eraserhead is good.
It's crazy that Barry Lyndon didn't make her collection, but next year that'll be Seth's surprise.
George, you're a lyncher. I'm telling you. You got it in the bag, George. You're a lyncher.
I need to watch more. I do need
not
to
something a white person wants to be referred to as.
Oh my!
Just pause.
Wow, Jesus Christ!
Moving on.
That joke now.
That's a TikTok video right there. All right, let's move on because we're already pushing like 2 hours and we got a lot more to cover. Trailers. Got a lot of trailers this week. A lot of trailers worth talking about. The biggest one I think being A Quiet Place Day 1, which I don't know if I tweeted it or if I said this to someone, but I think A Quiet Place with Evil Dead is like my favorite horror verse going on right now.
Are you big on the second one?
I like both of them a lot. I really do. I think the first one is fantastic. Really, really, really solid. A Quiet Place Part 2, actually, fun fact, that was I'm pretty sure that was the first movie that Victoria and I saw in theaters after quarantine. That was the first.
Oh, Part 2. Yeah.
Part two. Yeah. That was the first movie like back that we went to. And then A Quiet Place Part 1 I actually saw on my birthday in college. So memes with both of those.
I think this one looks honestly more. So I like the first Quiet Place. Wasn't as big on the second one. I think the second one's a bit disappointing, but I think this one, because of it being kind of day one and it being people learning to adapt rather than already knowing what to do, I think it has this, more of an intrigue around it. You know what I mean? Because you're kind of adapting with the people, and I think it has kind of more of a scary factor as well. The cast looks great. I actually think this one looks pretty good. When does it release? I can't remember.
Sometime this year. I don't remember.
Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty intrigued. But 8th of March here. That's actually really fucking close.
That's soon.
What? They've only released a trailer now? Jesus, what the fuck? That's
and it's a full trailer.
That's literally less than a month away, though.
Yeah, that's kind of electric.
Oh, that's okay. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Cool. Yeah, definitely.
I like that John Krasinski's returning.
Mm-hmm.
He's not directing, but he's at least writing, and I believe he's producing.
Who is the director?
I don't know.
Oh, he did Pig. I haven't seen Pig. I need to watch Pig.
Oh, Pig is... Oh, Seth, watch Pig.
I need to watch Pig.
Maybe Nicolas Cage's best performance ever.
Michael Sarnowski, the director. Yeah, Pig, and it's pretty much it in terms of... Ooh, I think he's also making... Wait, no, A Quiet Place Day 1. Okay, then there's A Quiet Place Part 3 next year, too.
Yeah.
Looks like the same guy's directing that as well. And then... This guy's also directing
Trilogy, baby.
Oh no, John Krasinski's directing If, but this guy's attached to it, so it might be like a writer, co-director. I don't know, but
is that the fucking weird one?
The imaginary
big first half of the year for John Krasinski.
Hold on, and while we're on horror, have you guys seen the trailer to that new vampire movie Abigail?
With the
with the little girl who gets like
looks
kidnapped,
like a ballerina or something.
Ballerina movie.
Yeah,
I've seen that trailer before. Like every movie I've seen over the last 2 weeks, that looks good.
The one with Melissa Barrera in?
Yeah,
I know.
And Angus Cloud, R.I.P.
Well, it's directed by the same guy who directed the recent Scream films, I think, and Ready or Not as well. Can't remember.
Ready or Not.
Ready or Mid.
Stop. I should have added Ready or Not to the fucking ReelTok Collection.
Yeah, but it does look quite good, actually. I'll watch this, definitely.
Hey, and speaking of
two guys,
ReelTok Collection in horror, who here doesn't give Get Out a 5-star?
Tyler.
Could be me, but maybe I feel like I give it a 5.
I'm a big Get Out guy. I'm a Get Out.
I was going to say, Seth and me.
Right, is that a 4.5? But I thought in my mind it was a 5, so... People listening, don't be surprised to see Get Out join our ReelTok Collection like within the next couple of weeks. I'll rewatch it before I give it a 5, but I swear it was a 5 for me. So, and I'm the only one, right?
I think
so. We'll add that, and I'm gonna have Mateo because he kind of runs our ReelTok letterbox. He's gonna create a list, the official ReelTok Collection list on Letterbox. So that's the one. Make sure you follow us on Letterbox for ReelTok and follow the official like ReelTok Podcast Letterbox and like whatever you do, like that list or whatever. I don't know what you do on Letterbox, but try and make that list like a popular list.
Sound like such a boomer right now. It's crazy. You don't know.
I don't do shit with lists. Like I don't like other people's lists.
We already have a ReelTok Collection.
We do, but probably just
it'll be revamped.
Yeah, we gotta delete that and start from scratch. And then we got shit. I'm gonna make a list of my own. Just to get more traction, hopefully. Ranking them. All right, Inside Out 2, we got a teaser trailer. And while we're on the topic, we also had a first look at Moana 2, just because all that Disney news came out.
Crazy to have a Moana 2 and a Moana live action.
Is it the same year?
Dude, I texted you guys that immediately. Like, what is the point of that?
Well, Moana 2 comes out before the live action remake of Moana 1, which is just such weird timing. Like, I don't know. Someone proposed that would somehow one would build hype for the other, but I don't get it. And then Inside Out 2, I really liked Inside Out 1, but I don't really have that much excitement for the sequel. We'll see. I don't think it'll be bad, but just classic Minnesotan, the girl Riley. They're like, oh, how do we show she's Minnesotan? No, she loves playing hockey. So the whole teaser trailer is just her playing hockey, getting anxiety playing hockey. It's like, we get it. Minnesotans like snow and ice. It's still not as egregious as Fargo. Fargo set us Minnesotan people back.
It's so good though.
Fargo is a great movie, but the stereotyping is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. So at least it's a good film that you can recognize by, you know?
Like if it was stereotyping like a southern state and that same like level of excessiveness, like people would like that film would have been canceled for how like over the top it goes in Minnesota.
It is very,
Minnesotans are so wholesome and nice that no Minnesotan's gonna be up in arms about it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I feel like, hold on. Now that I'm looking at it, Fargo. Oh no, not really. I thought Fargo would have been close to a ReelTok Collection, but Cam gives it a 5. Seth and I give it a 4.5, and Tyler gives it a 4. So kind of.
I know. Did anyone watch the show? I fucking love the show, man.
I've heard the show's really great. I haven't.
So good. I'm not a big show, but I loved Fargo. So good. So good.
I've never seen it. The movie's great. I got to rewatch.
I thought you'd like this show, actually, Josh. You know?
Yeah, the show. Fargo and Twin Peaks, 2 shows I need to watch.
And Sons of Anarchy. On that note.
And Sons of Anarchy. One of my best friends has been pushing me to watch Sons of Anarchy forever. That and The Wire.
Shit bangs. That's why it's so good.
Continuing on with horror, we also got the trailer to the new Hunter Schafer starring Cuckoo.
Which looks scary as hell, dude.
Looks scary as fuck. Owen is going to have an aneurysm when this movie comes out.
That fucking guy, man. I swear. Dude, every day
he's the funniest person ever. Every day there's a Hunter Schafer picture on my timeline because of Owen.
Dude, my text I sent to our fantasy football group chat that then he tweeted out was so accurate too, with like the Owen's daily Twitter schedule. It's right on cue every day. He always just has a random NFL quote tweet, Hunter Schafer bonk, making fun of someone's favorite movie.
Anytime there's a tweet about like news for a new movie dropping, you can count on an Owen quote tweet with a Hunter Schafer picture saying "cast her."
Yeah.
He wants Hunter Schafer in every film.
I will say this film's got that Dan Stevens in as well. I really want you to watch this, both of you. Actually, it was a film called The Guest, which was like a.
Oh, I saw it.
Do you see it?
Yeah. The one
like
with the military guy.
Yeah, did you like it?
This guy's son's. I think I give it like a 3.5 or a 4. It might
when
even
did you watch
have been
it?
a long before.
Oh, you have it. So I watched it recently. I really liked that. I thought he was so good as like this fucking weirdo. Yeah. But I will say this film, from what I'm seeing, every person involved with the making, other than like the odd few, cinematographer, director, writer, casting. It's all like, not casting, but it's all like their first thing. Like even like cinematographer and sound and stuff like that. So it's a very new deal. This really could go like one of 2 ways. Could be like it could be like a what do we call it? Talk to me kind of thing, where it's very new filmmakers, but it fucking shit bangs. But it could also be like a
absolute flop.
Someone give me a shit. Why does it take me so long to give a shit horror film?
Skinamarink.
No.
Are you thinking about horror debut? Oh yeah,
that was terrible.
Speaking of like, talk to me real quick. Like, it was so funny seeing like that. Like, I love following like awards people on Twitter that like tweet out the award winners for every single award. Because like BAFTAs, it's like all of us strangers, and all the British people are winning. And then like I saw the Australian Critics Association winners. It's like Talk to Me won Best Picture, Sophia Wilde won Best Actress. Like,
Best Picture.
Yeah, I just love that like countries they're just gonna glaze their own movies, as they should. But it's just so funny because like the BAFTAs every year is just like every British actor and like movie's gonna get praised. And like I saw the Australian one, just like Talk to Me is just sweeping the board in Australia for these awards.
That is funny to be fair. I like
but
that.
if you're not gonna stand by your own country's movie, who will?
Yeah.
I will say Sophia Wilde was in my top 5 of the year.
Oh, she was great. And the movie's great too.
Yeah. All right, continuing on, I don't think anyone on this podcast necessarily cares, but we got a trailer to the Knuckles TV show, the spinoff for the Sonic verse.
Bro, HC Joe needs to like He needs to grow up a little bit. I told him this, but like
but like he's a child. He's a literal child.
He's not like 21 or some shit, Joe.
This is like real quick sidetrack talking about HC Joe having to grow up. Like I was watching the Shoutout Looks Like a Movie podcast with Hat Guy on it. And the way he talks about the movies he watches was so funny because he's like, it's my job to watch kids movies. Like, it's like I'm just doing my job watching. He's like
those fucking guys.
Stop acting like you don't enjoy it. But like,
I'm not gonna. I've gone.
Podcast, he would like be like, don't worry, guys. Like I'm just watching these because like it's like my job. Like Elemental, like like I was fired up because like my job is like watch those movies. I'm like, shut up, dude.
I'll be honest. I've gone from fucking those guys triggering me on the daily. No, I find them so funny now when I see that clips.
They still trick. They're
no, they don't get me. Their
engagement bait gets me all the time.
No, I actually like.
I watch their videos and I'm like, what nonsense are they spewing?
But there's some clips that are genuinely so funny.
I love Hat Guy. I'm sure the other guy's great too, but he's not really. I don't think he's ever the one on Twitter or anything.
He came on my live, didn't he? That Waffle was in there. I can't remember his real name. And it was actually quite funny. Like they were actually pretty cool guys. They know what they're doing. They know.
Dude, they're kind of fucking hilarious. One of their TikTok videos came across my For You page the other day, and the question Hat Guy asked, if you could what was it? It was like if you could have sex with any fictional character,
And he's like, you. That's
or anyone
yeah.
in the world, and they would die immediately. The other kid was like, you. And I was
And
like,
they just stare at each other for like 2 seconds. So fucking stupid, man.
their
Shout
engagement
out to the
is
escape. We'll get them.
absolutely.
We'll get them on eventually. We will get them.
Definitely,
Yeah, we
definitely.
gotta have them. All right, let's move on to news. We'll continue with the Disney news because we got some news. Toy Story 5 and Frozen 3 will release in 2026. Zootopia 2 will release in 2025. And The Mandalorian and Grogu will release in 2026. Everyone, let's clear up Mandalorian and Grogu. This is a movie. Everyone keeps commenting on my TikTok asking why they're changing the name of the TV show.
Grogu, that Yoda looking thing?
Yeah, they are not changing the name of the TV show. This is a movie. Toy Story 5 and Frozen 3. I mean, we're not really going to have an intellectual conversation here outside of I don't care.
I'll watch Toy Story 5. I'll watch Toy Story 5.
I will watch all of these movies. As much as I hate on them, I will watch all of them. And I enjoyed Toy Story 4. I really did. I enjoyed Lightyear. I know a lot of people did, and I think I'm on the higher end of Lightyear. But I feel like now we're just kind of milking a franchise that should have just strictly been a trilogy. And then Frozen 3, again, a lot of people mistook my words. I have nothing against Frozen, the first one. I quite enjoy that film.
I do.
Frozen 2, I do not enjoy.
I haven't seen Frozen 2.
It's not
that
great.
made so much money. It's crazy. I swear. Like, fucking.
They both have, I'm pretty sure Frozen 2 is the highest grossing animated film ever.
I think it is. Like, or maybe Incredibles 2 is up there as well. Maybe, yeah. Probably wrong. Whatever.
And then Super Mario Bros. 2. But Frozen 2 is up there. Obviously, a very well-received movie with audiences. I just don't particularly care about Frozen 3. Zootopia 2, on the other hand, I'm hype. I love Zootopia 1.
I don't know what Zootopia is. Is that the one that's named 2 different things, but depending on where you're from, kind of thing?
That'd be news to me, but I don't know.
Wait.
Is it Zootropolis in the UK?
No. Yeah, it might be, actually. Yeah, it might be right.
I appreciate that chuckle, Tyler. I thought that was a good one.
No, it's not actually called. I think it actually is.
I have no idea. It's Zootopia in.
Yeah, no, it's called Zootropolis. So it's either There's 3 different names for it: Zootopia, Zootropolis, or Zoomania.
Yeah, that last one is stupid.
Yeah, weird. I wonder why there's 3 different names for it then. Interesting.
That's very interesting. Zootopia is how I refer to it. That is the American.
I haven't even seen it. I don't know what it is.
I guess. But I'm excited.
$1 billion? What the fuck was a big film?
Yeah, dude. That won Best Picture. I mean, Best Picture. Best Animated Feature.
Did it?
And I'm pretty sure that was the year Inside Out was nominated. So, like, I didn't know whether to be happy.
Yeah, but that's easy to beat, you know? That's like one of those.
You're lost. You're lost. More news from Disney. Moana 2, Lin-Manuel Miranda will not return to co-write the songs. Again, I wish Cam were here for this portion. I don't much care for Moana or the music. I know Cam loves it.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Moana, okay. I haven't seen that. I don't actually know that.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It is a good movie. I will not sit here and tell you it's a bad movie. I'm just not on the, it's a fantastic movie train. So I don't much care for the sequel. I don't much care for the live action. And Lin-Manuel Miranda is whatever. It's like I'm confident they'll find someone to get good music. It's a Disney movie. And then Percy Jackson Season 2 has been greenlit. I think Cam and I are the only ones that watched Season 1. I didn't much care for Season 1. I sound like such a hater right now. Everything that I'm talking about is I don't much care for it.
I think you were I think a lot of people didn't care for the first season, though, from what I've seen.
Yeah, like Cam mentioned last week, if it grows with its audience, then it could turn out to be really good.
Their target audience was clearly like 7 and 8 year olds, if I'm being honest. Which, again, whatever, it happens. But it's not even like the tone of the movie being, or the tone of the TV show being childish. It's just everything was boring. There was no sauce. One of my favorite TikTok videos of late was Owen's TikTok. I talk about Owen a lot. He stitched a video that someone asked, like, what makes a movie good in your opinion? And he just like sauce. If your movie doesn't have sauce, it's not good. And I'm like, this is the most Owen video I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's kind of
but yeah, Percy Jackson Season 1 did not have the sauce. let's move on to news. News, probably the biggest news coming out the last week. Tom Cruise is rumored to star in Quentin Tarantino's final film, The Movie Critic.
I woke up to this yesterday. I was like, fuck, that's crazy.
Crazy news. News. Everyone thought Tom Cruise was going to finish his career alongside Christopher McQuarrie, and that was it. So this is crazy. Is Brad Pitt confirmed in this movie?
Brad Pitt's confirmed. Tom Cruise isn't confirmed.
Is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brad Pitt's confirmed. Yeah.
All right.
I imagine Brad Pitt will be top 2 listing if it's his last film.
It would be so insane that like Tom Cruise is in this because he hasn't worked with an auteur in forever. It's just Chris McQuarrie.
How long has it actually been? That's a good question, actually, because
so I saw Doug actually talking about this. I don't know if this is on his live stream. Shout out Doug. I love your live streams, and I'm not joking on Twitter. Like I watched when I was sick. I was watching your gaming live streams for like hours.
The fuck I saw it like the fucking Dune.
I was locked into his gaming live stream for like a half hour yesterday. I didn't even know what he was playing. I was just like,
"That is Dune." It was Dune.
But I think
PS2 Dune.
I think what I can't remember if he's talking about this in his live or his TikTok video, but he was saying like War of the Worlds with Steven Spielberg, like his reputation got tarnished so much from that movie, even though it's like a good movie.
Yeah.
But that was like the breaking point that ever since then he's only worked with movies that he had full control over, you know, like the Chris McQuarries of the world where he can kind of just have control.
Doug Liman with Edge of Tomorrow.
Right, yep, exactly. People that are like the directors that when he signs on, they'll allow him to do whatever he wants
to
and
have creative control.
Quentin Tarantino's like, you know, as auteur as it gets. He only writes and directs his own movies. He has full vision control over it. So if he joins, it'd be crazy. But
last time he worked with like Spielberg, so War of the Worlds 2005, and then like Collateral, Michael Mann was 2004. That's kind of when you get into that. And then obviously he did, you know, his big acting chops. Most people speak about is, you know, Eyes Wide Shut and Magnolia, 99, 2000. So it's been fucking wild. And I Tom Cruise is such a, you know, a lot of people in the not kind of the movie scene. I think people in the movie scene appreciate him, but outside of it, people just know him as like this, you know, action star. He's a fucking great actor. He's really, really good. So I think this is very exciting. With one of the kind of Tarantino scripts as well. Again, should say it's not confirmed by any means, so who knows? But this got me like, and I'm not like a biggest Tarantino fan. I do like him, but this got me like excited when I saw this.
Yeah, it'd be a crazy collaboration.
Yeah, definitely.
Christian Bale will star as Frankenstein in Maggie Gyllenhaal's next movie. Yeah, biggest uproar. Is he playing the monster or the dog? No one knows.
Can they learn the difference between the two? It's like Christian Bale is playing Frankenstein, which is the doctor, and then they put a picture of the monster next to Christian Bale. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? It's like
hilarious.
So do we know yet?
Jacob Elordi as well. I don't know.
I'm sure we know, but like every news outlet we follow on Twitter has no idea.
How have people after this long? The first Frankenstein film released like 100 years ago, man. How have we not realized the difference between the monster?
No one has the sauce.
No one actually does. The difference between the monster.
That's the biggest problem. No one has the sauce.
It's like a biggest trigger. It happened with Jacob Elordi as well with that film. It just triggers me so bad, like so bad. But yeah, fuck this guy. Disgusting film, you fucking idiots. I'm telling you, like, so annoying to me.
It's hilarious. As the monster, he'd be. I mean,
either. To be fair,
he'd
like,
be
you know?
either. He's Christian Bale, man. He's the goat.
He kind of has the look of like. How tall is Bale actually? That's a good question because Jacob Elordi for me is like.
Tall.
The monster.
Yeah, but you can make anyone look any height on film.
You can, but like Jacob Elordi just, you know what I mean? He has that body type, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think Bale could work as well. I just want to know which one he is. Yeah, like that's the fucking problem. But yeah, he could work as both. It's great casting. And
Sophie Turner and Kit Harington will star in The Dreadful, a gothic horror film directed by Natasha Kermani. Not really big news I think any of us care about, but for the Game of Thrones fans, it's going to be a nice little reunion for Sophie Turner and Kit Harington. We also haven't seen Kit Harington in anything worthwhile since Game of Thrones. He kind of...
It's the same with a lot of Game of Thrones cast, isn't it? Like a lot of them.
It's the same with like a lot of the... like we have outside of Viggo Mortensen, we haven't, and Ian McKellen, we haven't seen a lot out of Lord of the Rings. Outside of Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford, we haven't seen a lot out of anyone from Star Wars.
Lord of the Rings, there was a few. Like there's been like a few. Like, but I feel like because Game of Thrones is, I mean, how many fucking actors are in Game of Thrones? You know, how many people are big parts? It's such a massive universe.
I mean, Peter Dinklage obviously has a fantastic.
Yeah. But like, other than that, I mean, Nikolai Wilder, whatever his name is. Yeah, he's done a few things, some Danish stuff.
He's done like some B-tier action films.
He did. Well, actually, I saw it at London Film Festival. He's done like a couple of these.
Shot Caller.
Shot Caller, yeah.
But yeah, more Game of Thrones news.
Like Maisie Williams, has she done anything?
She's done nothing.
Her podcast follows me on TikTok, by the way. So shout out.
Is it really?
I think she follows you as well, George. I swear.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't even know what her.
But yeah, like neither. Not many have done much, have they? And they were all so good. Like this is the thing, and it's really interesting because it's such a massive production. Like how many actors and cast members they had, but you just don't see many of them in these big leading roles, which I think a lot of them probably would have expected after the success of Game of Thrones. Yeah. There's not many names, you know what I mean, like in the industry right now. Emilia Clarke's, she's just done shit, really, most of all. Yeah. Like, she's done a lot of shit.
Solo.
You like Solo?
Yeah, you did like Solo.
I liked. Well, I thought so. Yeah, I thought Solo was all right.
It's not what you'd expect post. You know,
ranking Solo above Rogue One is despicable.
I didn't.
Are you sure?
There's like 3 spots down Rogue One. Don't disrespect like that. Rogue was like second last.
Okay. I could have sworn I thought it was fine above Rogue One.
No, I thought it was fine. I had the same rating.
That's despicable.
Yeah. But like, when I say like shit, I just mean Emilia Clarke's just done like, so she did Star Wars, she did obviously Marvel, MCU, and then she's just done like a few really shit like romance films, I think, as well. I can't remember what I saw her in, but just not much good stuff at all. And she's a really good actress as well, like really, really good.
She could be, yeah. But they've all, when you spend fucking 10 years on a show, you start being typecast. Like no one is going to see anything other than, you know, the breaker of chains on their screen.
She did that Terminator film in 2015.
Oh, yeah.
Genesis, or it's fucking gold.
A new Game of Thrones spinoff, Aegon's Conquest, is in the works from writer Mattson Tomlin, who
incest shit. This is incest.
Yeah, that's going to be incest central if we're talking about the Targaryens, obviously.
And Game of Thrones fans are into that. They love that shit. They actually do.
Stop.
No, they do. I see it on Twitter all the time. They actually do. They like it. I'm telling you. They love that shit. Anything with the Lannisters or whatever, they're all over it, honestly.
And then last or second to last bit of news, but last bit of quick news. Joaquin Phoenix's next film is likely going to be an NC-17 rated movie with Todd Haynes. I don't care for Todd Haynes, which I feel like
how
I don't, man.
That's why I haven't seen. He did one that got put on Netflix recently. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Loads of people I follow have rated really highly. You know the thriller Dark Waters with Mark Ruffalo from a few years ago?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I do want to watch it. Carol with that Kate Blanchett as well, people love.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any.
I've only seen Carol and May December from
I've only seen May December, I think. Oh, he did Velvet Goldmine as well with Chris Bell. I've seen that. But I've only seen recently I've only seen May December, so I don't actually know much about him as a director, to be honest. But I like Joaquin Phoenix, so who knows?
Yeah, we do fuck with Joaquin Phoenix, but I gotta be of like every mutual I have across every single app. I think I'm the lowest on May December.
I mean, I wasn't I give it a 4. I think I liked it a lot. It wasn't like something I was crazy about, but I definitely liked it.
I gave it a 3, but whatever. All right, and then I think another bit of big news, and we can kind of have a little open discussion about this. The Oscars is going to be introducing a best casting category.
I called this in my video.
Yeah, I saw that. That's actually kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. But we could just go back, like, I don't know. We could have an open discussion. So, like, if the award was being given this year, it's got to be Oppenheimer, right?
This is my question, though. I think Oppenheimer answers my question in both ways. Do you guys think it would be awarded in that it's a massive, an amazing ensemble, or it could be something just tight, like The Holdovers, where it's like they've cast the characters really well? How do you think they play it? You know what I mean?
Ideally, we would love a mix. We would like them to not just give this award to the cast, to the movie with just like the most profoundly famous cast. But let's be real. That's what they would do.
I know, that's my worry with it. Like, I don't want Amsterdam winning fucking Oscars and shit, you know?
I think they're going to use it as a consolation prize. So that's why I think this year would have been Barbie, because like it's not going to win any other awards, really.
Yeah.
So
what do you think? Do you think Barbie Like, would you give it to Barbie? Is my question.
Barbie would have 100% been nominated in casting.
I think it probably would have won. To be honest,
I think it would have won this year. I think it's going to be more of a consolation prize.
Yeah, I'd probably go Oppenheimer. Honestly,
I would go Oppenheimer as well.
Oh,
I don't think Oppenheimer's a diverse enough cast to win an award. Like, not even making a joke. I just literally think like the way I just don't think it would win.
Yeah. Or maybe Poor Things, actually thinking about it. I think the cast, like, they were all just...
Yeah.
So, other than Jared Carmichael, I didn't really like in Poor Things, I'll be honest.
I think a sleeper nomination could have been Air for casting.
Yeah, I think that might be where they throw Airbone with the nomination there.
Yeah. Like,
I think it's going to be where, like, it's going to be mostly a consolation category in terms of it's going to be not, movies that might not have got nominated anywhere else and had a great
like cast. An Asteroid City from this year, for
Asteroid
example.
City probably could have got in there, yeah.
Like from 2020. Go back to 2022. I'd be curious to hear who you guys think would have won, because
who I think would have won. Who do I think I would give it to?
Both.
I would give it to the Banshees. Honestly, I think that's what
I would. I mean, that's just me. I would say,
and this isn't a slight to the Banshees, but I feel like last year's movies in general didn't have like crazy stacked casts across the board.
I think that that might have been one that. And again, I love Banshees, but I think that's that one that it could have won, similar to like a Barbie,
like a
nominated for everything.
I think this would have been a consolation prize to Babylon.
I think they hated it too much, because Babylon, like, score should have been like a layup for Babylon.
Yeah.
So
am I wrong?
No, that all quiet score is so fucking
whatever.
You guys are such haters on
dubstep.
I like the all quiet score. What are we talking about? Listen, I like the all quiet score. I think that's maybe better.
I'm going on record right now. I think the Babylon score is better, and I think it deserved to win. But you guys are acting like Babylon was like light years ahead of all quiet.
Who are you talking to? Not me.
You, both, everyone. I'm talking
not me. Get
me
on.
I'm talking to every Babylon hive. Oh, Babylon should have like.
Yeah, fuck that hive. Score. Get them out.
All quiet score bangs.
It did. I agree.
I think realistically, everything everywhere wins that award.
I actually think that they might have given it to it, like, just again,
because on one hand it's like I can absolutely see them using this as a constellation prize, but it's also the Oscars. Like,
how serious do they take this?
I think
did they give it to like a Glass Onion or some shit? Like
no. Like I think Everything Everywhere would have won last year. I really do.
Or
like
three years ago. I keep doing that.
Think about it. Everything Everywhere won Best Actress and both supporting actresses.
That's why I don't think they would just give it to the same ones, because like, what's the point of the award?
How could you not? How could you not give Best Casting to a movie that won 3 of the 4 acting awards?
Yeah,
but you say that though, like, but they give things like, but what was it, Best International Feature, and they don't nominate it for like Best Picture and vice versa and stuff like that. And it's like the Oscars don't make sense. You know what I mean? I feel like they would have given it to like a Banshees or a Barbie this year, where it's like, or last year, or this year, where it's like a consolation. Although we've actually not even got to the fucking Oscars yet, so Barbie might win something anyway. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
I think the year before probably would have been Dune. I don't really see anything else competing with that for cast.
Yeah.
Good question.
French Dispatch.
Because I'm only looking at the Best Picture nominees, because in my mind I don't think that something's going to win Best Cast if it's not even nominated for Best Picture. So I feel like that kind of narrows it down.
Well, again, it depends how they.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know.
Depends how they do it, doesn't it? Like, could like The Last Duel be nominated in 2021? You know what I mean? Like, it depends how they do it because of the cast and the names it had.
Yeah, but I think to win Best Casting, it has to at least be nominated for Best Picture. I think things will get nominated for Best Casting that don't get nominated for Best Picture, but I think the winner has to be at least a nominee for Best Picture.
When does this?
Because the casting couldn't have been that great.
Right, 2026.
Yeah, so
2026 Oscars or 20. Yeah.
2026 Oscars for the 2025 year.
So next year's movies will be like nominees
for Best Cast.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm intrigued to play it.
We don't have to harp on this too long. I think it's a cool category, and I hope this.
Yeah,
I hope this paves the way.
More categories, the better.
Quick question:
more cool categories.
Is it like the best casts overarching? And you guys may have talked this. I just got back. Or best casting, like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, or is it?
Oh no, it's the ensemble.
No, it's the
Avengers
ensemble.
We were talking about Cam, whether we think they would award it to like a Oppenheimer, so based on the ensemble, or like a, I think I mentioned like the Holdovers, which I haven't even seen it, but just in terms of how they cast all the characters,
So
it just depends how they take it. It's a difficult one. I don't know.
There's other award shows that give out best cast ensemble, which I think there's gonna be the same thing, but I think they call it best casting because they're like specifically the awards not going to like the ensemble cast, it's going to the casting agent for the movie or the director of casting. But
does it? Yeah. It's good to give them recognition as well. Like to give the cast
calls it outstanding performance by a cast in a motion picture.
Right.
And just so last year, Everything Everywhere won. And the nominees were Babylon, Banshees, Fabelmans, and Women Talking.
What's SAG? Which one's that?
Screen Actors
Guild.
Is that okay?
That's who it's on. Right.
In 2021, Coda won.
I was going to say Coda. Weirdly, I feel
Dune was not even nominated.
You're fucking insane.
It was Coda.
Dune
Coda
has some
won.
Dune's getting revisionist history big because I remember when that came out. Because
it did not make any money, like for sure.
Well, and no one talked about it. Like I saw day
even
one.
Now people hate it though. People still hate it.
But people did not talk about that movie like much for like a year.
Well, it did not make any
general
money.
populace was not watching that movie for a while.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're gonna be watching Dune Part 2. But the other nominees that year were Belfast, Don't Look Up, which kind of makes sense.
Don't Look Up,
great cast.
But I think Don't Look Up's like that's
Don't Look Up,
cast,
great.
isn't it?
Yeah,
I like
House of Gucci and King Richard.
King Richard, really?
Gucci makes sense in this for a cast.
Who's the name King Richard? Oh, King Richard as John Bernthal. Yeah.
Shout out Ultimate Movie Grid pull for John Bernthal and King Richard. But
and then just wrapping up 2020s, the year before, love this, Trial of Chicago 7 won.
Hell yeah.
Really?
I like Trial of Chicago 7.
I guess it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
This year, 2023, was just a crazy year for casts because, like,
It
this year,
was,
like,
I
man, there's a
agree,
couple
man.
movies that could have won it. And then I was looking back at other years. I was like,
All right, so last year.
most years don't have, all-star squad cast, whereas this year we had Asteroid City, Oppenheimer, Barbie to an extent.
Barbie was a good cast.
Yeah, but it's not Oppenheimer level or Asteroid City
that's
level.
fair, but it had a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying. Like Barbie's like in the third tier, where any other year I think it'd be like number one best cast.
And again, how do we discuss this? Because in Barbie, there's a lot of actors who don't really do anything. How do they set it? How do they nominate? Because
any movie with Dua Lipa should win. Argyle should win this year.
Fucking Argyle.
Argyle has
low key good cast.
Actually has
better
names in it.
Good cast.
Henry Cavill is so quickly dropping and like
he is
just
everything.
Sad.
He will always be Superman. All right, let's move on. Let's wrap up our podcast with a nice little fun draft. We're going to talk some romance.
I like this draft,
we're not just going like romance films. We kind of got criteria. So you got to pick one romantic comedy. You got to pick one romantic drama. You have to pick one coming of age romance. It could be really. I don't know how to. Yeah, that's what I was kind of going through. Like
Perks of Being a Wallflower could be one.
You can pick them any round.
Yeah. You can pick them any round. It does not have to be like in that specific order. So any round, any specific order. A romantic couple, and I made note that you could pick a movie or a TV couple. It does not strictly have to be
okay. Actually, the couple. Okay.
Yeah. And then also a moment.
And you can disagree. Do we want like a just straight romance movie? That's like the one thing we don't have.
Well, we have drama and comedy.
Drama kind of covers everything.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
I like it like this. Can you clarify romantic moment a bit?
Shit, yeah.
Kissing in the Rain in The Notebook.
Yeah, Kissing in the
Yeah,
Rain.
that's
Notebook.
a shit one.
I've never seen
I'm
it.
always gonna love you scene
Okay.
La La Land.
That makes sense.
A moment.
Okay, I get it.
I didn't know what to do for like a fifth slot.
Can we nominate?
I kind of like it. Kind of like it though. No, I like.
No, I like. Can we nominate a moment from a film we've already drafted? Yeah.
I think within your own draft, you should only stick to one movie. Yay or nay on that in your own draft.
Yeah, because I want to I want 20 different films on this pick.
Okay, so 20 different films. Okay.
Or TV, I guess, is included for 2 of the picks. But,
so
yeah.
Okay.
We'll go George, Tyler, Seth, Cam. Sorry, I picked that order for you, but I just randomly did it, and I don't want to reformat this document.
Okay.
But we can go it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it actually doesn't matter. I'll actually just put bullets.
Interesting.
Because you can draft them in any order. On the fly document editing. So George, you got the first pick, and it can be any of the categories.
I got the first pick. I feel like I'm going to pick La La Land. You guys tell me if we're gonna play that in comedy or drama.
Definitely not a comedy. I don't think that's
Drama.
I don't
Okay,
laugh
so
once during that.
Yeah, I don't get a
There's
laugh.
no way. I laugh.
I mean,
The
there are
movie
some
is
funny moments.
It's
man.
definitely drama.
But it's definitely drama.
Yeah. If you're calling
All
it, yeah, we'll see if even Letterboxd gives everything a comedy. We'll see if even Letterboxd gives La La Land a comedy. But no, I would say
Letterboxd do give everything as well.
Yeah, Letterboxd.
it does, but whatever. It's a drama. Drama first.
La La Land.
So now,
That's
now
romance.
it's me. Shit. Well, La La Land was taken. That's annoying, but well, I'm gonna go About Time. But would that be rom-com or rom-dram for you?
I think that's rom-com.
I would think so
that's
too, because there's the whole middle chunk when he's like
That's comedy.
when they're like getting in your relationship is comedy, and then like the whole like last 45 minutes comedy goes out the window. But yeah, now Seth, you get any of the lot?
Yeah, I'll go Portrait of a Lady on Fire for drama.
Yep, that one we didn't even have to talk about.
No, I like that pick. For my coming of age, I think this counts. So you tell me if it does or does not, but I'm pretty confident this should count. Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming
I
of age
think so.
romance. Yeah.
It's like right on the border, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Like, so it's
Okay,
not.
yeah,
Maybe,
I'm
maybe,
happy. I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean he's like 20 years old, but like mental age,
Yeah.
14.
Exactly.
Well, I mean mental intelligence age is like.
I mean, coming of age can be
305.
any age, really. Like, it's
Yeah,
just about,
I think
I've always kind of had that take, but people kind of hate on me when I say that take.
No, I think
I agree.
yeah.
I agree with you.
We had this discussion when we reviewed Sound of Metal, because Sound of Metal is a coming of age film.
We did.
Yeah,
Even
I think
though he's like
I push it a little too much.
to-
I even think like Chef to an extent could be a coming of age.
Oh, I like Chef, man. That's good.
Just 'cause
I
to
don't
me,
know
coming-
if I would describe it
No,
as coming of
and
age,
I agree with anyone who disagrees, but to me, coming of age has always meant like going through like a pivotal life moment that like completely
Yeah.
changes your outlook.
Yeah.
On life and,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
But
Okay.
all right, so we're back to
Absolutely
Cam for another pick.
Okay, I'm still trying to. I didn't prepare enough like romantic moments. I should have thought of that one a little
I'm
bit
just
more.
pulling these all off the rip.
Yeah, so I am gonna stick with like rom. Actually, fuck it. I'm going Jim and Pam.
I was waiting for someone to pick.
Just for the
damn it.
clicks. Yeah, Jim and Pam, romantic couple.
Fuck.
Is it the best one? Probably not, but we'll pick that.
I mean, that was getting picked regardless.
Yo.
Yeah,
for sure.
I didn't think that would get back to me.
I don't think it would have got back to Cam if he wouldn't have picked it there. So Seth, now you got 4 categories left. You pick one.
I'll go Billy Wilder's Some Like It Hot for romantic comedy.
Oh shit, back to me. Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with. So it's like a moment, like a scene, or does it really have to be like a one single line? Like
No,
one-
it could be a
I
scene.
think
It
it's
could be
scene.
a line. Yeah. Could be
oh shit!
whatever
So like
you're-
we can't take anything from The Office now because Cam picked The Office.
Yeah,
Right?
correct.
Damn, because I was thinking either the proposal. I was thinking the
Shit,
the
I might have
wedding.
taken a different moment then from The Office, and I didn't even think of this.
Well, you
That's a
cucked yourself.
bummer. That's
Yeah,
a bummer.
You cucked yourself there.
Oh gosh. So I'm gonna pause on the TV stuff because I have to come back to that romantic drama.
It doesn't have to be TV.
No, yeah, agreed. But I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Before Sunrise for romantic drama.
One of
Good
those had to be picked.
Feel like that should like kind of exclude the Before trilogy too, just because I want diverse
I
picks.
agree. I agree.
Yeah. I agree. All right, I'm gonna take my rom-com, and I'm gonna take When Harry Met Sally,
Yep.
obviously, and then I'm gonna take my moment. And I don't know if this will surprise you, but I truly think this is one of the best original songs ever for a movie, not even in a romance movie. I'm going to go the Always Remember Us This Way from A Star Is Born.
Damn, that's a good pick.
Yeah, I love that song. That song has been in my like Spotify Wrapped every year since that movie came out.
Now it's on to me. So I just have I've coming of age romance, romantic couple, and romantic moment. And coming of age romance is a movie, right?
Yeah.
So and I guess it doesn't have to end happy, right? Like it's just
No,
a
not
coming
at
of
all.
age romance.
No.
Interesting. I have a couple ways I could go here, but man, nothing's jumping off the board at me. I'm thinking
Letterboxd is very interesting with their
it's
romance
fucking
genre distribute. Like I would like Sing Street. I would never classify as like a romance film.
Agreed.
Like if someone drafted it here, I would be like, absolutely not.
Damn, I'm just blanking right now. I mean, I'm looking at stuff in front of me, but I don't know which one I want to pick here. I'm gonna go with. I want to go with something from this movie, but would I go with a couple? I don't really like them as a couple, honestly.
There are a lot of couples we could choose, which is a good
Yeah.
thing.
I'll go with, just because it's whatever funny and I don't want to hold up the draft too much. Romantic moment. We're going to go with Paint Me Like One of Your French Girls.
No. Damn it.
Hell yeah.
I was, I mean, I don't know if it would have gotten back to me, but I was going to pick Jack and Rose for my couple.
That's what I was about to maybe do for a couple, but I don't really love
it.
them as a couple. So I'm going to go Paint Me Like One of Your French Girls.
Guy. That's funny. That's so fucking funny.
Seth.
it'd be a shame for these not to get on the board, so I'll go couple, and I will say Jesse and Celine from the Before trilogy. You know?
No, because I already took Before. That wiped off the
Where?
board. Before Sunrise.
Oh, you bastard! I didn't realize. Okay, I'll take okay, I'll take couple again, and I'll take Reynolds Woodcock and Alma Elson from Phantom Thread. That's a fucking good couple right there.
What's her name? Alma. What's
Alma Elson? So Elson. That's the one.
And now we're on to Cameron for back
All
to
right.
back.
I think I've got my romantic moment, even though I don't think it's romantic. So we'll see if that counts at the end. But you can give me comedy or drama for this one. I'll take either. I think it's comedy. I would say The Big Sick.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's comedy. It's definitely
Comedy. Okay. And then drama. Okay. Sorry, bud. That gets a little bit harder. All right. Bummed out kid. Fuck. I'll just take the moment then while I still think of a rom-dram. I thought I could get a better comedy if that counted as dramedy. Or drama, I mean. Romantic moment. I don't know if this counts. It's an emotional moment between romance people. I'm taking Ted Lasso when him and his wife break up. And then
that works.
Forever
scene.
Yeah, Forever starts playing in the background. That shit hits
It's a
so
sad
hard.
Scene.
All right, bud. You are
Ted Lasso
yelling.
and wife
What's going
break up.
on? But that's a sad scene, man. It hits every time.
Agreed. I still haven't finished Ted Lasso, but I love that scene. So now
That's
we're
a
on
good
to
scene.
Seth. You either
Good
have
ass
coming of age
song.
romance or romantic moment.
shit. Why is moment so hard to think about? There's a couple moments going from head. I'll go with that. I'm gonna go with the one of the first interrogation scenes in Decision to Leave when they're eating the sushi across from each other. It's kind of a
Great,
mirrored
great
image
one.
and stuff. I
Good
really like that
pull.
one. Yeah.
That's a good
Sushi
pull.
dinner. Yeah, I'll go with that.
I will go with a romantic couple next, and we will go with Jack Twist and Ennis Del Mar from Brokeback Mountain.
What a pick.
Good pick.
I actually completely forgot about that fucking film. That's annoying. I would have chosen that scene actually at the end.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
Ang Lee. Good man. George, you have back to back to finish off with coming of age romance
Got
and
back
romantic
to
couple.
back. All right, I'm gonna go with my romantic couple. I'm gonna take Tula Portocalis and Ian Miller from My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Interesting.
Gotta
That's
shout
a very,
out my big
that's a
fat,
very Greek prick right there.
gotta shout out My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Who the hell is this other person? I'll look
Ian
it up. You
Miller.
pick your next one.
Tula.
No, I got Ian Miller.
T-O-U-L-A.
Okay, Ian Miller was the easier one of the two.
Yeah, valid. Tula, Portok. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, and then for my coming of age romance, I got a lot on the board right now. I got a lot I could possibly go with.
Oh shit! I put that.
I want to give some anime love, so I'm gonna go with Your Name. Makoto Shinkai's Your Name.
Nice,
good pick.
Oh, that's a really good pick for coming of age.
Really great pick.
Yeah. Fuck, that's annoying.
All right, so my final pick now: coming of age romance.
What the fuck is that?
There's two in between.
Is
I rate them both a 4.5 star.
Oh shit!
One of them was a real quick review.
Oh,
but I kind of like another one better.
Real quick.
Because I have two coming of age romances by the same director. I'll give him a shout out with one of them. I'll go with Luca Guadagnino's "Call Me by Your Name."
Oh, of course. Yeah.
That was a definitely an option for me. Good pick.
Yep. Seth, coming of age romance, your final pick.
I forgot a scene. Do you know what scene I was originally going to choose? Was the the final scene in Moonlight. That's fucking.
You already picked the scene.
That's a good scene.
No, I was saying I forgot to pick.
Yeah. I mean, you can pick anything from Moonlight. I'm surprised Moonlight hasn't been touched.
Yeah.
Please pick that for. Just
oh shit! Now it's put me up because I could call it. Oh yeah. Shit.
I mean, that is.
You can pick it right now.
No, because there's one I have at a 5, George, which you're the only person that's seen here, and I'm actually going to go with that, and that is Cinema Paradiso. Coming of age romance. That's a fucking banger.
Yeah.
It's a banger.
All right.
But Shout Out Moonlight. I can't believe none of us picked it.
Shout Out Moonlight. I mean, Cam could pick it for romantic drama, technically.
I don't. I don't. I would think it'd be more of a coming of age, so I'm going to leave it.
It is. But I'll let you have it because I don't want people to see us without it on the board.
Well, they're going to. I'm actually going to take. So I was going to take If Beale Street Could Talk by Barry Jenkins. That's a really good one.
Good movie.
Yeah. I mean, at least Barry Jenkins.
Yeah, at least you're taking a Barry Jenkins.
We'll go if Beale Street Could Talk, because Her is too obvious of a pick. Like Her is like we pick it all the time, So I'll go with Beale Street Could Talk. Great movie.
That's a good movie.
And I've already
don't
won
even
because
know
I
what
have
that
Jim
is. I'll
and
be
Pam.
honest.
Oh, you should watch it.
Yeah, you would actually. I think you'd really like it. I think you'd really like it.
All right. Well, our picks. George picked rom-com When Harry Met Sally, rom-dram La La Land, coming of age romance Your Name, romantic couple Ian Miller and Tula Portocalis, my big fat Greek wedding, romantic moment Always Remember Us This Way, A Star Is Born. Tyler, myself, picked rom-com About Time, rom-dram Before Sunrise, coming of age romance Call Me by Your Name, romantic couple Jack Twist and Anis Del Mar, Brokeback Mountain, and romantic moment Paint Me Like One of Your French Girls from Titanic. That's rom-com is Some Like It Hot, rom-dram Portrait of Lady on Fire, coming of age romance Cinema Paradiso, romantic couple Reynolds Woodcock and Alma Elson from Phantom Thread, and romantic moment The Sushi Dinner and Decision to Leave. Cameron selected rom-com Big Sick, rom-dram If Beale Street Could Talk, coming of age romance Good Will Hunting, romantic couple Jim and Pam The Office, and romantic moment Ted Lasso and wife breaking up in Ted Lasso.
I definitely wish I took a moment from The Office for romantic moment rather than Jim and Pam.
Yeah, I think would you have gone the proposal or the wedding?
I would have gone the church was actually plan B, or sorry, the boat was actually plan C, the church was plan B, and plan A was marrying her a long time ago, pretty much the day I met her. Best quote from that movie, from that show.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Hits every time.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah, right.
All right, well, listen, that just about wraps up our episode. Damn, that ran like 2.5 hours. Good episode, boys. We are releasing our patron exclusive episodes Thursday and Friday. We will be doing a draft on Thursday. We will be drafting our least favorite or the worst Oscar wins. And then on Friday, we are going to be reviewing Paul Thomas Anderson's Magnolia. So again, guys, as we mentioned every episode, we've revamped our Patreon. We have made our Real Quicks patron exclusive. So if you enjoyed those movie reviews that we did, go check out our tiers. Could be worth it for you guys to join if you want to continue hearing our thoughts on these throwback reviews. Other than that, let me pull up do you have the executive producers up, Tyler?
Yep, only got one. Stefan Jonson, the king.
Stefan
the king of
Jonson.
all kings, our Icelandic hero, the GOAT.
Shout out Stefan Jonson. But thank you guys for tuning in. Hope everyone has a fantastic week, and we will see you all we will see some of you on Thursday.
No, all of you on Thursday. Draft
all of you on Thursday.
Yeah.
All of you on Thursday. Some of you on Friday.
There we go. Peace out.